Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Symphony.
Hello,
Symphony,
everyone, and
are we
welcome back
actually?
to the Symphony.
Oh, I'm getting feedback from somebody. Is that one of us?
Welcome back to the Symphony.
Oh, I'm getting feedback from somebody. Is that one of
I
us?
think it's Tim.
Symphony. I'm getting feedback from somebody. Is that one of
I
us?
think it's Tim.
Hold on, hold on. Second. We're fixing our technology per usual.
I think it's Tim.
Hold on.
And we are already in the recurrence.
Woo! Like Bucho said, it's not a symphony stream unless something weird is happening out of the gate, or in the middle of the gate, or at the end of the
We're
gate.
so good at this. We're so good at this.
We're professionals. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Symphony for the fourth time, at least today. Symphony Entertainment, Gaming, and Arts is my gaming company that focuses on horror systems, indie games, organic content, and player agency in an attempt to bring a symphonic approach to horror role-playing. I am your host, Bridgett Jeffries, and this afternoon we are going to be playing Dark Places and Demogorgons. I am so grateful for this cast for coming together in costume. I will stand up probably before the break so you guys can see the tutu and see some of the gorgeous things and pins that Samantha put on her costume. But cast, I'm super grateful for you guys coming. I would love to shout out Eric and Jamie Bloat of Bloat Games, the publishing company of Survive This, Dark Places and Demogorgons. They just recently wrapped up a successful Kickstarter that blew the doors off of expectations. So, guys, I'm proud of you. They will have a booth up at PAX Unplugged here in a couple of weeks. And Bloat Games actually commissioned me to write a scenario for their new Dark Places and Demogorgons book. So, definitely be on the lookout for that soon. However, tonight, we're going to be playing a new adventure that I just finished writing about 2 days ago. So far, it's titled The Lost Boy. I semi like that title, but chat, if you come up with a better title or cast, or anybody on Symphony's Discord, feel free to email me or message me and be like, that title is whack, here's a better title, and chances are I'll probably use it. Heads up, I have never run Dark Places and Demogorgons before this moment. Save for 2 players who played it at PAX Unplugged last year, everyone is new. I have not gone over rules with anyone. All I told them was bring physical dice. It'd be D20 based, and we're going to figure it out from there. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because the way Bloat Games laid out this book and kind of minimized the rules, I wanted you guys to see in real time how really easy it is to kind of navigate the content. So again, everything is going to be happening on the fly. The only character sheets that my players got were ones that were actually provided in the book. And I'm going to very briefly show you Bucho in his graphic arts design sexiness. Actually spun up a cool character sheet that I'm going to put up for you guys now. That is a Dark Place and Demogorgon character sheet, guys. It's some stats, it's an armor class, some saving throws, and like 10 skills. It's really straightforward. It's really easy. And I'm really looking forward to running it for the very, very first time. Eric was also kind enough to agree to give away a free copy in print of Dark Places and Demogorgons. The giveaway is live. So if you put !dark into the chat, it should enter you into the raffle where I can pull your name at the end of the stream. You'll just be emailing me at symphonyentertainmentga@gmail.com, and then I'll get your address over to Eric, and he will go ahead and get your book in the mail. Last thing, if you like this content and you would like to help us make more of this content, please consider backing us on Patreon. You can visit our Patreon at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. So, without further ado, let's unveil this cast, because I was staring at them so hard in the pregame. Oh God, I'm really excited about this cast. So, cast members, we are actually going to start in the order in which I see you, which is going to be Bucho, kicking it over to Chad, then to Tim, and then finishing up with Samantha. Please tell us who you are, what you do, where people can find you, and say nothing about your character, because I and Symphony's Patreon backers have something special for that. Bucho, take us away.
Okay. I am Bucho. You've seen me in plenty of our hometown horror streams and in the Miskatonic Conservatory, Shoreside Conservatory stream as well. You can find me on Instagram at The Real Pink Manther, where you can see some of my art, which is like what's hanging up behind me. You can hear any literary news or just see what kind of nonsense and shenanigans I get into on the weekends. So that's me.
Amazing. Kicking it over to his right, left, whatever's that direction.
Is that me?
That is you, gorgeous.
Hi,
Oh.
hi. I am Chad. I've been known as Keeper Chad as a podcaster on the Miskatonic University podcast. And I write as Charles Gerard. I write horror and Lovecraftian and cosmic horror stuff for the games industry. And yeah, that's me. Happy to play.
I'm super happy for you to be here. This is Chad and Tim's first time on the stream, and I kind of love these two people a lot. Kicking it down to Tim.
My name's Tim McGonagle. You can find me on Instagram at Tim McGonagle. I was a public school teacher in terms of gaming, been doing it since the 80s, and I do some copy editing and editing for various gaming companies such as Goldie Goblin Press and Chaosium.
Hey. And last but totally not least, hit us, baby.
Hi, excuse me. I am Samantha Pidde, and some of you may have seen me the first time that I worked with the love Bridgett and the awesome Bucho for our Sonata when we did our dystopian future organ thing. And that was crazy. I live in Northwest Illinois, and I am a reporter at a local newspaper up here. Support your local news. And I live up here with my two children and my wonderful husband, Nathan Pidde, who has a scenario, his first scenario, Overdue, which I have been helping him lately prepare for print on demand.
Congratulations again, guys. You're about to go to print. Sorry.
Yeah. A lot of work we're working on for, but with that in mind, I am on the Creators Helping Creators page. I'm willing to help people proofread, some editing, play testing. I also really love making like little handouts if you need anything to scan in, little age documents and stuff. So you can contact me on Discord at Fiery Angel, and I'd love to talk to you. And I'm looking forward to this. This is so fun.
It should be okay. Everything will be fine. It'll be great. I have reviewed content warnings with the cast and crew. They understand that the X card is in play. X's can be sent to me directly via private message, or you can hit me in the Zoom. Due to the nature of my storytelling and the fact that I frequently bring other players into the GM seat with me, red lines were established beforehand. So again, players, have your red lines ready. I have them literally sitting here in front of me. X card is in play. No judgment passed. No questions asked. And let's get into The Lost Boy. The date is April 4th, 1987. In Jeffersontown, unaffectionately known as J-Town, a small, nothing, heaping pile of cow dung in rural Kentucky. J-Town is surrounded by cornfields and boredom. You all attend J-Town High, and if you're lucky after high school, maybe you'll get out of this town. It's unlikely, though. Most of you have never left the state, let alone the county line, and most of you never will. So, what's going on in J-Town in 1987? Well, let's see. The spring formal is next month. I'm sure one of you is excited about that. The Simpsons just debuted on television. Woot woot. People are talking on corded phones. MTV is actually playing music videos. And your favorite songs have been recorded onto blank cassettes. Everyone is wearing fingerless gloves. And Nothing Is Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship is on everyone's stereo. And 6 days ago, your best friend and his entire family suddenly vanished off the face of J-Town. Logan Palmer. Which, by the way, this is Eric Bloke, the publisher, when he was a kid. I absolutely loved it. He let me use this photo. Logan Palmer, the kid scientist, the tinkerer, the doer, the researcher, the wannabe, the lost one, the poor one. You guys were all friends. Wait, sorry. You've corrected your parents, you've corrected teachers, you've corrected the police that interviewed you, and now you have to correct me. Sorry. You all are friends because he's still alive, right? He has to be. Logan was poor. His family moved into J-Town a couple years back, and that says more than it needs to say about his family's finances. He lived with his parents in the trailer back off of Route 4 on the east side of J-Town, and he hated that place, and he hated home. He started spending so much time at your houses that some of your parents actually just started setting out dinner trays for him nightly. He was always hungry, stashing snacks from school wherever he could to eat them at home. His clothes never really fit, and they never seemed to be clean, and he just always smelled of body odor and cigarette smoke. His dad beat him. You guys all knew that. You just didn't really talk about it. Dad was unemployed, and the only time he really got off the couch was to pick up another six-pack. Logan's mom worked at the Gully, local diner in town. And again, 6 days ago, Mrs. Palmer didn't show up to work. Logan didn't show up to school. Sheriff Barnes did a wellness check. The pickup was in the drive. The windows were down. No doors were unlocked. No signs of forced entry. Purses, backpacks, wallets, everything on the premises. No signs of a forced entry. No signs of disturbance. The entire family was just gone. So now, as we begin our game, you guys are getting ready to head to a candlelight vigil in the family's honor. And it's bullshit. All of it. Every single piece of it. Sally McIntosh is running for Queen of the Spring Formal. So she dropped a line to her daddy, Mayor McIntosh, and voila, a town that hated, despised, ignored, or completely dismissed the Palmers is all getting together on the town square to light some candles, say a few prayers, and wish a family that they didn't give a damn about a safe return home. Your parents aren't giving you an option. You're going to this vigil. And to make matters worse, tonight is also the sophomore school lock-in. So you have to go to this stupid fucking vigil. And then you immediately have to go to the sophomore school lock-in. It's going to be a long night. So I'm going to pick on Bucho. Bucho, right now, I just need you to answer 3 questions for me. What's your name? What's your class? And what's your alignment? By the way, guys, alignment, since I didn't go over this before, are either good, neutral, or evil.
My name is Rappin' Rob.
Mm-hmm.
My alignment is good, man. Good.
Good, man. Good. And Rappin' Rob, really fast here. Tell me your class, because I thought the Bloat family did a great job with what your class is.
Oh, crap. What is my class?
I think it's breakdancer. It's whatever it is, your little
It
something
is, it is breakdancer. Yeah, breakdancer.
Breakdancer. Beautiful. All right, Rappin' Rob, we're going to start with you. Let's say the camera was panning into your house an hour, 2 hours, maybe 30 minutes, whenever you want before the vigil. What would the camera see? What does your room look like? Are there band posters on the wall, trophies hanging from the mantle? Like, what is Rappin' Rob doing right now? What does Rappin' Rob see? What do they hear? Like, is there a baby in the room crying next door? Is the house completely silent because mom works late? What's your demeanor? Give us your character intro by having the camera zoom in on what the world looks like for Rappin' Rob as he's getting ready to go to this candlelight vigil.
You see Rappin' Rob putting on it's like a nicer shirt, but it's still just a t-shirt. You know, he's the kid, like, he doesn't dress up, but like he'll wear like the tuxedo t-shirt and feel like that's good enough. Like, but it's well-intentioned. It's not like sarcastic. I think you would see in his room, he's probably got like a kid's version of a waterbed, because I think those were pretty hip back then. And then there's just one wall is just covered in cassette tapes, because he's just a fiend for music. And he's got a few different boom boxes as well, because I mean, he collects them. Like, if he likes them, he'll buy them. I think he's got a big mirror in his bedroom, you know, making sure that all of his jewelry is looking nice and tight. I think the house is empty. I think dad is still at work, and mom hasn't been around for a while.
Mom hasn't been around for a while. And actually, let's bring the audience and the rest of the table into the reason why Mom hasn't been here in a while. To give you guys a heads up, certain levels of Symphony backers, I believe it's concert masters and above, get to write NPCs or gifts or fun things to alter the content. So this particular backer, one Mike Diamond of the Old Ways podcast, actually drafted up this particular NPC, which I'm going to share with you all, that after the fact I winded up inviting Bucho to be this NPC's father. Thomas James Lackey is a 44-year-old with an unfortunate habit of suffering from Vietnam flashbacks. He is smart and entertaining, but can be a bit standoffish. He is a Christian, but hasn't gone back to church since his wife died. He has a degree in education and is currently the biology teacher at the local high school. He is currently single. That would be because his wife, Diana, which would also be Rappin' Rob's mother, died 2 years ago. The papers are reporting the death as suffocation after her car was found in a nearby lake. The entire town, of course, secretly is blaming Bucho's father for this, but he swears he didn't do it, that he didn't have anything to do with it, and he's been grieving for the past 2 years. So there's that. Thank you so much for that contribution, Mike Diamond. We're going to see a lot more of that as the game continues. Question for you here, Rappin' Rob. Tell me a story about that time you and Logan met at lunch.
I remember the day he showed up, and I remember seeing the kids they didn't bully him, but they didn't show him any love either. And so he sat by himself in the cafeteria, and like, I've been there before. Like, I've seen how these kids act. So I went and sat with him.
Okay. Was
He didn't say
apprehensive
much
about that? I was just about to say, like, what was that like? Was he grateful? Was he gushing? Was he shy? You say he didn't say much. Talk me through that a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it was just, he nodded and I nodded, and then we just ate in silence.
Okay.
I don't think we really actually talked until maybe like the end of the week.
Okay.
But we would always sit together at lunch.
Okay. Last thing for you here, Rappin' Rob, you told me that the house is pretty quiet right now. You said your dad was at work. Is that what I'm hearing? So he's still at school?
I think he would say that he's at work, whether dad actually is at work or not.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's not there, so I'm assuming he's at work.
He's at work. He's doing something. Okay, so you'll know that he'll be at least picking you up at some point to give you a ride over to the candlelight vigil. There is one thing that you've been noticing here in the past week or so. In the basement of your house, you keep hearing the sounds of moving chains, and your father put a lock on the door. And when you ask him about, like, hey, what's going on down there, he takes you actually back to his pickup truck where these big, long, like, industrial chains. And he says that he's installing a home gym in the basement, and like swinging chains is one of the ways that he's been kind of like releasing some of his anxiety, some of his grief, some of his just feelings. Kicking over to Keeper Chad. Again, tell us your name, your class, and what your alignment is: good, neutral, or evil.
All right. Well, my name is Zacharias Moonblood. The school calls me something different, and I don't really want to mention that. If it comes up, fine. But, if you're on the side of the school, I know where you are. And listen, do I have to say my class is goth? Oof.
I mean, do you have to identify like that? You are who you are.
I am who I am. Other people call me, let's say that's what my class is, that's what my box is, that's what my pigeonhole is, if you want. I just like fucking good music, and and my alignment is neutral, like a druid.
Completely neutral. I mean, what is an alignment anyways, other than another construct that like the government uses to put you in another box?
I don't want to have to answer the question, what is good and what is evil. Don't ask.
The entire system is rigged and it's bullshit. So tell us, Zacharias, when we pan into your room, What do we see? What do we smell? What do we hear? What is your
Mm.
character doing? What's their demeanor?
I have a number of candles going. The scent is leather. Um, I have it's very dim. I'm sitting on the shag carpet, which really hasn't been cleaned since I let my parents in my room 5 years ago. I've got I've got some items on the floor that I'm just kind of arranging. There's stuff that I picked up at the mall, and I've drawn little circles of salt around each of them, just to kind of keep away that mall energy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to contain it, and I've got an open book of the Simon Necronomicon, and I'm trying to kind of puzzle out, how these recipes work. I've got a sketchbook too. I like to sketch, kind of an artist, whatever. I don't tell a lot of people, but I do it, and I've got a lot of sketches on my wall, my walls. Yeah, my parents are divorced. That happened about 5 years ago, and you know, that's been kind of a pressing issue in my life. But right now, I'm just focusing on not giving a shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well done. Well done. So I have a follow up question for you here, Zacharias. Why did Logan spend so much time under the gym bleachers? It was by far his favorite place. It was your guys' favorite place. Why was that?
Oh man, that place is out of any line of sight of any adult. That is our space, and that kid is weirder than you would think from the outside. Man, that kid rocks. He's got great taste in music. I got a lot of my picks from him. On music, and I've been buying him cassette tapes so that he can record off the radio station the stuff that he likes. I
Yeah.
can't get that radio station because he's closer to that side of town on the outskirts. So yeah, he's been kind of an influence, really.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what was your favorite time to link up under the bleachers with Logan? Was it like before class, after class, or it's like skipping class? Like when was just that time? It was like, oh, you know what? It's about that time. Your internal clock knew it was time to go hang out with Logan beneath the bleachers.
Yeah. Early in the morning.
Okay.
Like to get to school like real early when it's still dark if possible, and just hang out there. And sometimes Logan to be there. We had almost like a little clubhouse there with cassettes and some playlists and stuff. So yeah, we just like to hang out there.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And then Zacharias, the reason that makes a lot of sense to me right now is, and I'm not going to read this entire one. I will tee this one up later. But another one of our backers donated another NPC, one Tom Tessier, a chemistry teacher who also loved to arrive to J-Town High early. So he would always leave that door open for you guys. Mr. Tessier and Logan were like really cool. And another thing is Logan didn't like being at home. So he didn't sleep well. And the moment he could rise and get the hell out of that environment, out of the house, he would run, as fast as he could, ride his bike as fast as he could, and get to you and get to those bleachers. And that was when he could actually finally start his day, start his life.
Yeah. Well, that's how I feel too. And so Tom Tessier in chemistry, huh?
Yeah,
Pretty
Tom
interesting.
Tessier in chemistry. He's a cool dude. He's like one of those like weird teachers that makes chemistry jokes and then gets frustrated when people don't get them. That's directly from Mike Missile, backler of Symphony. Thank you, Mike.
Nice.
We will get into Tommy T more, his nickname that none of the kids actually call him by, but he insists. He's a good guy.
Chemistry sounds pretty hip, considering.
There's some things you can do there.
Yeah.
Hopping down to
Bridgett?
know. Yeah.
You'll want to turn your output up a little bit.
Oh, can people not hear me?
Yeah, it's a little low, apparently.
100%.
That is impossible. How are we doing now, guys? Bring it up more? Bring it up more?
I'm not watching the Twitch stream, so I have no idea.
You sound fine on Zoom. I think what happens is the Twitch.
It's Twitch is having an issue picking me
Yeah.
up. Chat, if you guys are there, how are we sounding? Do I need to come up higher or are y'all good? The entire chat disappeared suddenly at once.
No chat. No chat for you.
There's
chat for
nobody
you.
on the Twitch channel.
A tad higher won't hurt. Okay, guys. All right. We're going up. We're going to pray about it. Little higher.
Better
little
now
higher.
than later.
Better now than later. Listen, hashtag facts. I just found out that my recordings were only in one headset, so I had to do something weird about mono. Anyways, technology is the devil. Hopping down over to Tim, that I don't even know what to call right now. And I can't wait. Can you tell us your name, your class, and what your alignment is? Good, neutral, or evil?
Well, my name is Stephen Wesley III. Call me Steph. My class, I mean, I don't know, this is a little de rigueur, but it was preppy. My alignment is neutral. And yeah.
Okay. So what would you prefer that I call you? Steph?
You can call me Steph. Sure.
Steph, that's okay. All right. I just want to make sure that I'm calling you by the name that you want, because I don't want your father to come after me. So if we pan into your house, what are we seeing, Steph? What is your room? What's happening there? What do we see? What do we smell? What do we experience from Steph's perspective?
Well, I'm in my walk-in closet and trying to pick out what blazer I'm gonna wear for the vigil tonight. I want something, that's something that's breathable, but it's gonna look sharp. I gotta also figure out like what degree of pastel shirt wear with it too.
It is spring.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to get some food for myself, because mom is dad's at work and mom's in the bedroom. She may have had her mother's little helper a little too early this afternoon, if I'm talking, what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
A little too much Chardonnay too to wash it down. So, but of course, I mean, I'm driving myself in my Porsche. I mean, I don't need a ride. So yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of blazers to choose from and shirts, I can make these decisions.
You can. You've got variety.
Yeah, exactly.
What color blazer did you choose? Because we're all dying to know.
It's kind of a pastel coral. And I've actually decided I'm not going to go with the pastel undershirt, because it's so Miami Vice. It's so like 6 months ago. So I think I'm just going to go with straight up white. It's more like eggshell white, but
Oh, eggshell white with the coral jacket. I like this. I like this. This is giving right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
No, I love it. I'm sure this is a jacket that hasn't been seen out in public yet. Because would you do that? Do you do that?
You're rich.
The disrespect.
Actually, I'm rich, but yeah, no, of course. This I mean, I gotta snip the tag off it.
Right now, I'm going to say we definitely need to have another game with Steph in it. That's all I'm going to say. A future game with Steph has to happen.
If you're lucky.
Steph keeps a busy calendar. Listen.
True.
Steph keeps a busy calendar. So, Steph, I do have a question for you here. You're wealthy. You're rich. Logan, I almost said was. My apologies. Logan is dirt poor. But somehow you guys made it work as a friendship despite that gap. I would love for you to tell me a little bit more about what that friendship looked like. And I need you to include in it why you have the combination. You're the only one that has it to his locker.
Well, Logan and I, we've been friends since like second grade. And we basically I was sort of in the wrong side of the tracks when I was younger, and some kids were picking on me, and Logan saved my bacon, and he didn't even know that I was rich or anything like that. And we started, hanging out, doing little kid things, and he's just a solid stand-up guy. And like we definitely run in different circles, that's for sure. But you know what, like we're not always, we're not stopping in the hallway to have some big convo or anything, but we've got an understanding and an appreciation for each other. And I think I still think he's a stand-up guy, and he's always liked me for who I am, and not just the money, the car, the clothes, the women, the prestige, the fame, the awesomeness, jewelry, the cash, the presents, my pool, my valet. He likes me for me.
We are 100% getting a Steph spinoff. It's going to happen. I'll jump into your text message, Tim, and we're going to schedule it.
Oh wait, you want to know why do I have the combination to
I
his
need
locker?
to know why you have the combination to his locker. Yeah.
Well, because I mean, at the end of the day, like we're oldest, bestest friends, and I would listen. I would trust the guy. I would trust the guy with my 911 Porsche, and I wouldn't even trust a family member with that.
Oh.
I mean, my family bought it for me, obviously, but
still,
I mean,
that's...
but he would be the only dude that I would give the keys to, because he's that fucking rad.
Okay. Last but totally not least, Samantha, can you tell us what your name is, what your class is, and what's your alignment, good, neutral, or evil?
Well, I'm Denise Dee Rogers, and you better call me Dee. I am a punk rocker and neutral alignment. I don't care about this crap half the time.
Yeah.
And so that's Dee.
I love it. And Dee, what do we see when we pan into your room as you're getting ready to prepare for this bullshit vigil?
Well, when you start panning in, you see a very upscale, affluent house. Not quite as upscale as Steph's, but it's very 1980s version of Leave It to Beaver, very preppy, very respectable house. And as you pan into Dee Dee's bedroom, you can see remnants of a very preppy, pink covered wall bedroom, but it's been decimated. It has Clash posters and Ramones posters and different things covering that very preppy girly room to make it punk rocker. And you can tell that this has probably only been in the past 6 months to a year that this aesthetic has been adopted. So there's remnants of, you can see some fluffy sweaters and appropriate preppy clothes, but a lot of them have been ripped and torn into the punker aesthetic.
Okay. And you said that
and she is totally
6 months ago?
6 months to a year.
Okay.
Roughly. You said April, so probably following a major holiday, because she met a punk rocker who was home from college working at a record store.
Okay.
So whenever either Christmas break or summer break, when they were home working, that's when she kind of got that hero worship and started becoming a punk rocker chick herself. And she has a mixtape that she's listening to right now, that she's actually had to make copies of the mixtape because she listens to it so often that she doesn't want to ruin it, because it's one of her most precious items. But she's probably listening that to prepare, kind of jazzing herself up. She's probably been crying a little, and she's reapplied some of her mascara and gotten that skunk look, which is okay because that works with the physique,
right. It goes with the
works
vibe.
with the look.
Yeah.
But so, she's punked up.
It's amazing that you made this statement about your mixtape, because my tee-up question for you is, you recently made a mixtape for Logan. You were supposed to give it to him the day after he went missing. What are the first 5 songs on this mixtape?
And I have this because I have this.
Yeah.
But it just takes me a second.
Oh, you are fine.
He knows of my mixtape because I listen to it all the time. But I feel like even though he was getting a little rebellious and I was working with him on that, he probably is not as hardcore as Dee Dee likes to think.
Yeah.
She is. So she probably stuck with the classics like Ramone. She definitely gave him Sheena as a punk rocker.
Okay.
She definitely gave him Blitzkrieg Bop, because you have to. I think because she knows of his home life, she gave him Unsatisfied.
Okay.
Right at the beginning by the Replacements. She gave him Cherry Bomb just because she likes it, because it's a chick rocker and she needed to give him a chick rocker. And she gave him
Bucho
lust.
is having so much fun, by the way.
She
If you
gave
can see
him
his
lust
face as
for
you're going
life.
through this, he's like,
I see.
yes.
Oh, I did my research. Samantha did her research. The fifth one is Lust for Life by Iggy Pop.
Okay.
And then somewhere in the mixtape further down, she has like buried Pervert by Descendants just because it has swear words and raunchy lyrics, and she loved when he got like blushed.
Yeah.
So she liked to throw in those. It's buried like really, really cool mainstream punk rock, and then she like threw a couple hardcore just to see him blush.
Oh, I love it. By the way, can you get that mixtape when you get a chance and throw it in the public channel if you haven't already? You might have put it in the private,
one that I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that. I have that.
Oh, I love your face. Okay, guys. So tonight is the night of this bullshit candlelit vigil. You are each pulling into the parking lot of Town Square on this beautiful Tuesday night. The sun is setting over the cornfields to the west, and people are all dressed up in their Easter finest because Sally fucking McIntosh, who probably doesn't even know who Logan is, who is gunning for Queen of the Spring Formal, convinced Daddy to host this thing. So as you guys are approached, there's some food that's been set out. You know, a couple people have brought cakes. There's popcorn. And of course, gorgeous, perfect fucking Sally McIntosh is at the very front, standing, you know, across from her father with the, oh, thank you so much for coming. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for coming. And she has like the little tea candles that she's passing out. The one thing I want to ask all of you guys from, this is a mechanic from the book in the saving throw section. If you encounter something supernatural, you actually wind up making something called a terror check. If you make a courage save, this, according to the book, is when the character's morale is challenged with a non-supernatural opponent or a dangerous obstacle. This is not a dangerous obstacle, but I am going to say that each of you guys are challenged walking into this situation because it kind of feels like you're walking into his funeral and the town is moving on, or the town is on some bullshit, or the town is trying to like weaponize your personal tragedy to like do whatever it is that they want to do. So I will need a courage check from all of you guys. So what you're doing is you're going to roll a d20 and you should have a courage rating on your character sheet. I told you I haven't run this game before.
There it is.
Yep. You guys see courage on your character sheet? It should be under saving throws.
Yep.
And what you want to do is hit that number or beneath it.
Oh.
Sorry.
I had a 9 and I rolled exactly a 9.
Okay. You're okay. You got your grieving out before you arrived.
I rolled a 9 over 8.
Oh, okay. Will you please roll me a d6? There is a pre-chart in here that they have provided for us for what happens on your failed courage or terror checks.
That is a 1.
Okay. So, I need you to tone this down because this isn't as serious as what's being presented, but the fluff text that you need to regurgitate back to me is you run away at full speed and are terrified for 30 seconds. I'm not saying you have to break neck as soon as you get out of the car and run. I need you to just reflavor that back to me because you're not doing well with walking into this event.
Oh, Rob's he's just gonna try to walk in, and I think he's gonna lose his resolve, and maybe see all the people and go. It's gonna feel very uncomfortable for him because he knows most of these people didn't care about our boy.
No.
So rather than run away, I think Rob would go find, would you say like there would be a copse of trees somewhere?
Oh, I'll give you that for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I think he would probably go and hang out by the tree, like away from the crowd behind it, but like still as a spectator.
No, I like that. You're going to approach and there's 3 people in front of you and fucking Miss Sally McIntosh is handing tea candles like, oh my God, thank you so much for coming. And it's just, it's hitting you too much. And you just, before you even know it, you're just like, nope, I'm going to be over here in this corner to try to come down.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's too whack to take seriously.
Okay. Zacharias, how did you do, baby?
Well, I rolled a 12. Here's my problem. The screenshot image shows nothing called courage under saving throws, but maybe we could use another saving throw and just for expedience. I don't know.
Oh no, baby! Listen, I got your back because this book is honestly, guys, this book is super easy
Oh,
to navigate.
great.
So,
Good,
golf
good.
on here. Your courage is according to this saving throw, 14.
Okay.
Nice.
So 12 under 14 is a success.
You made it. You succeeded.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah.
Sally McIntosh hands you a tea candle.
Ooh, tea candle. I did bring my own sparkle black candle. Can I just use that?
I don't know. That's kind of
I'll light it.
weird.
Yeah. I'll just light it with the tea candle, and then I'll hand the tea candle to somebody else and use my black sparkle candle.
Oh my God! How did he get an invitation? I don't know. And that's a conversation you can hear in the background as you're moving past. It's
I'm
Sally.
used to it. I'm used to it. It's fine.
Yep. How did you do, Steph?
I mean, come on.
I mean,
Courage? If my middle name wasn't Winthrop, it would probably be Courage. So yeah.
Winthrop.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, okay. So, Tim, you're the best part of waking up. Holy shit. So, you guys are sitting here with the majority of the town of J-Town, all meandering about. People are talking, people are gossiping, people are complimenting each other. They're doing the whole social thing. Like, really what this is like an excuse for parents to get out and have a date night because they can't actually have one, but like everyone can be out here. So it's just really it's more of a get together than really anything else is going on. But the three of you, and the three of you who made your saves, as you are moving about, meandering about, looking around, you guys all do finally catch Rob sitting way across the green, just kind of like hanging out by a copse of trees. And is it okay if I just wrap you guys all together? Okay. So I'm just going to unite the four of you guys there underneath this copse of trees.
Cool.
Wrong, Rob. Somebody forget to bring that beat back.
Yeah, the beat done gone. It's been left behind.
I mean, what? Like, does anybody have any idea what happened to Logan and his family?
No, man, but I don't like it, and I don't think that they're really looking into it deep enough, And guess why? Guess why?
Yeah.
Guess why they don't care? You think these guys care? They just want to be seen. They want to be seen, see and be seen. That's all this is about.
You think that bitch cares? I remember when she pushed Logan in the hall just a month ago?
Yeah, exactly.
Scattered all his papers and stuff. She's such a fucking poser. Steph,
Yeah,
I gotta
poser.
ask, did you really put on a salmon colored blazer today?
Fuck no. Coral.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh
Coral.
God. Pastel conversation, great.
Sorry, I was gonna try to wrap my fucking dialogue, and that's just not gonna happen today. I can't do anything beneficial by wrapping my dialogue, so I bow out, unfortunately.
The next versus is going to be salmon versus coral. It's going to be great.
I feel Dee Dee probably gives Steph a lot of shit because she probably was part of his clique at some point.
Oh yeah, just 6 months to a year ago,
It
you probably
isn't
would have been
anymore,
rocking
really.
that coral.
Oh,
Yeah,
I totally have the same color in my closet somewhere.
You can't
I just
get
don't
this
wear
at
it, or if I do, it's shredded.
You can't get this at the Salvation Army Denise, okay? Or wherever you shop now.
All right. It's
Got
already
better
a weird
clothes there
day.
than the
That's all we
Gap,
need.
sir.
And as you guys are standing there talking, it feels good to at least be together. You guys can banter, you can riff off of each other and kind of distract yourselves from what's happening. You guys notice, I am pulling up a screenshot from my Patreon. You recognize chemistry teacher Tom Tessier doing the polite circle the circuit where he's like shaking hands and he's speaking to students and doing that awkward thing where he pats students on the heads that are 16, and it's just he's God bless him. You can see that he's actually after he hits the last 2-3 people, he's coming your way. This is Mike Missile from the Patreon. Early 40s, 5'6", slightly overweight with a pale complexion, brown eyes, and dark brown hair, which students actually kind of believe is a toupee. Students refuse to call him Tommy T, which is a nickname that he thought was cool, but apparently just didn't catch on. He enjoys his job. He enjoys working with kids, and he likes to make those chemistry-related jokes on wordplay, and it's like super frustrating when people don't understand it. He is a lifelong bachelor. There are some rumors circulating in town, especially with the Reverend, about that. He is a big believer in the scientific method, and he is a good friend to Logan, and he is making his way over to you guys now. He's going to do like that awkward hip wave, and he's immediately going to look at Zacharias and is like, Zacharias, how are you holding up? And it's weird that he's beelining that way, but that's where he's starting.
Good to see you, Tommy T. How's it going?
So he flushes. He says, it's a tough day. It's been a tough week.
It is a tough day. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
You feel that pain.
Yeah, I hope. And
when's the last time you saw Logan? Was it the same morning that we saw him together, or did you see him after that at all?
No, and you can see he's starting to shift in those khaki pants. He says, he brought something to me 2 days before he went missing. A water sample? Do you guys know anything about that? And he's very intentionally now like dialed in. He's reading facial expressions, see if he can catch somebody in a lie or if someone has some type of recognition. You guys have no idea what he's talking about.
Wow.
You mean like Perrier?
Holy shit.
No, Steph, no, not that. No, he brought a water sample into the lab. He said he wanted me to just run some tests on it. It took me a couple days. I didn't think it was urgent. He didn't say that it was urgent. It was just I thought he got it from Floyd Creek. The creek behind his, and you can see he's starting to get misty. He's not having a good time reconciling this. But he's trying to hold it together as an adult. And he says that's anyways, I got the results back and they were kind of strange. So I was just wondering if you guys knew what he was working on or where he got the water from.
I'm gonna pretend that I know what he's talking about.
Okay.
And Rob will be like, yeah, what did you find? I know what he was working on.
Oh, really? Rob, and actually he would probably call you Rappin' Rob because he's trying to be hip with the kids. Rappin' Rob, that's great. Okay, where did he get the sample from? Completely ignoring the questions you just gave him.
Well, what did you find?
The water had some strange properties. I have the results back in the lab. It'd probably be easier if I went through them. But the one thing that I found particularly curious is that the water is photosensitive. And then he looks to Steph with a blank, like he might not know what that word means. He says it's sensitive to light, sunlight, UV, even fluorescent to a degree. It's absolutely an incredible property to have found in water.
Gotcha, Mr. T.
Whoa.
Right. Thank you, Zach Rice. I thought it was fascinating as well.
Oh, could we see that happen?
Yeah.
You're saying when you put light on it, it changes color?
It not only just changes, and then he goes into this quick just avalanche of my glove got stuck on my tutu.
Occupational hazard. Can somebody please clip that?
Shit, what is happening to my life today? He goes through this quick avalanche of something about the photosynthesis of da 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 da, and it's actually repelled by light, and the molecules do da 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 da. But Zacharias, I'd be happy to show you. You're all attending the lock-in tonight, right?
I don't think we've got a choice. Right? We have to go. We're being made to go.
That would be a parental decision. You have to go. But
yeah,
so I'll see you
Cheryl's
then.
making me go.
Oh, you're still calling your mom Cheryl. Okay.
Of course I am. Testers are off. You know that, T.
Yeah, I just, it seems like your mom's such a nice person.
She seems like.
Yeah. Stop by the lab. I'll show you. I'll show you what I have.
Okay.
You guys
All
need
right.
anything?
Yeah, I just really want to see that water change color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some food coloring in if you want to see water change color. Or like do paws, Easter, the dog.
Oh, you don't understand anything, man. You are
Okay.
Man, I'm not a scientist, okay?
Okay, Captain Coral. He's meaning that it's a scientific
Look,
Captain
change.
Coral. Yes.
Look,
Fucking high five.
look. You're just jealous, okay? Just admit it.
Again, I have that same color back at my house. I hate it now. You want it? I can give you all my blouses, dear.
Very funny, Denise.
Sick
Very
burn.
funny. Oh wait, just real quick because oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Stephen, listen, I don't think whoa, where are you going, Stephen?
The fuck did you
sorry.
just call me? Why? Why?
All right.
Man? Why?
Zany.
Oh my
Zany
God.
Mountain Blood or whatever.
Like
your name-
I really want to like you, man. I really do, but like
Is that what it is?
Zacharias. I know you can say it. It's
Did
only
you
four.
use a bet
It's
or
only 4
something?
syllables. One of the longest words you've ever spoken.
Okay. Anyway, you know what? Let's just go do this fucking thing. This whatever this is.
I don't know, guys. Should we let him tag along? I mean,
Moon. Come on, Moon. He's a good for a laugh.
ooh.
Listen, I don't normally associate with this kind of rabble, but I will say one thing
Oh man.
that we do all have in common, and that's Logan. And
Yeah.
regardless of what you think of me, not that I care, but Logan, listen, he's my bro. I love the guy. So like we've been friends for like I don't even know how many years, like a decade. So like I'm just as interested in finding out what happened to him as everyone else here.
You're just about the only guy whose parents I like more than the actual person.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Has
But I do appreciate
That's supposed to be
what
insulting. What you
I
think? I like
appreciate-
my parents too.
Yeah, I appreciate that your parents have basically kept him flesh and bologna sandwiches for so long. I really do. So like just on that alone, I'm gonna allow it.
Oh, will you, Stephen? Thank you so much. So
has the teacher
Steph.
walked away at this point?
Oh,
Yeah, wait,
The
Tim.
second you guys started the shade,
Damn
he's
it.
like, that's
Okay.
awkward. He's
Oh,
heading
okay.
away. He's
Well,
heading
so
away.
Rob will turn it like, all right. Well, how long ago did they go missing, Bridgett? The
6 days.
family.
This
6
is the
days.
6th day.
6 days.
Okay. Well, so knowing this, like, maybe we should skip the lock-in and go figure out where this water source is. I don't really want to go to the lock-in. Do you guys?
Well, not in. I'd rather eat glass. But listen, what is the lock-in about?
Yeah, this is the J-Town annual sophomore lock-in. This is where you can meet new friends and connect with your classmates, and there are games, and there's a live band, and people get together and connect. It's kind of like one of those things. They do it every year for every class. Like, last week was the senior lock-in. They already had it. But you guys know that attendance for this bad boy is pretty much going to be mandatory for your parents. This is an old school lock-in where they actually like put you into the gym, and they put the heavy chains on the inside of the doors and lock you in.
Yeah.
So it's super safe, is what you're saying.
It's
Yeah.
hella
Yeah,
safe.
yeah.
Nothing
Up to
could go
code.
wrong. Absolutely nothing could go wrong. You're sitting there having this conversation, and Steph, your princess radar kind of goes up on the back of your necks, and you can smell money, and you can smell class. It's somewhere. It's close. And looking up, you can see, I don't know, maybe 40, 50 feet from you is Lily Whiteglove, which is class princess. She could be the next spring formal queen of the sophomore class, but that's kind of like beneath her. So she lets the pretty peasants run after that. She's got better things to do. But she is also wearing coral, but it's a coral and white sundress with like the really oversized bubbles. And she, listen, low neckline, curls are on point. She looks absolutely elegant. This is a friend of yours, and she's not approaching you as much as she's standing with one hand off of her hip and like throwing that bouncy curl around, waiting for you to acknowledge her. And when you finally make eye contact, she kind of gives you the come here.
Yeah.
I'll go over. Hey, Lily. What's up?
Oh, the coral. That's gorgeous on you today.
Thanks. You're looking absolutely lovely as well.
I know. Follow me. And she flips her curl and she walks off.
Okay. I'll follow.
And Dee Dee especially, but also Zacharias and Rabin, you can see that Lily is leading Steph over to the prep circle, who they're all hanging out. They're wrapped around one of those cast iron benches. Some are like sitting off the back. Some are sitting on the front with their legs crossed. There's one rebel that's sitting on the ground, but they're not sitting on the grass because you can't get the green out of that white. There's no way. And when you approach over there, Steph, everyone kind of either waves or acknowledges you or looks up. And Lily walks in. She says, "Play it for him." And one of the other girls pulls out like one of those old school tape recorders. And she looks up and she says, "So, Steph, we have a copy of the 911 call that your friend's father made to the police the night he disappeared. What you're going to give us for us to play it for you." And this is one of those things you can recognize as a power play because they all have money. You have money. So there's it's not a financial thing that they want from you. They want something different.
So okay, so they have a I don't know. What were you thinking?
And Lily kind of nudges you. She's like, "You're going to have to play a little harder than that. What are you going to give us?"
Well, obviously, I don't have anything that you can all get in terms of the do re mi, but I mean, I don't know. We could have a party at my place.
Now you're talking, and you can see her like finger moving down the tape recorder. She's getting ready to hit play, but she's not satisfied. And
Let's make it a cocktail party. I'll take care of the booze.
better. And she hits play. You don't know where they got this 911 call from, but you're locked in for hosting a party for the preps. And this is what you hear from the 911 call. It's 911, what's your emergency? And you can hear Mr. Palmer's voice. And he says, as soon as I can find it, he says, yeah, can we get somebody out here, please? I think somebody's watching the house. No, the wife is real upset. The boy's upset. I feel like, no, I don't see anything, but I feel like something is coming for. And there's this pause, and everyone leans in. They've already heard it multiple times, so they know it's not finished, and they're waiting for that last bit to drop. And the father's voice comes in again. He says, "I'm sorry about that. We have to go to the water now." And then there's silence. You hear the 911 operator going, Sir, do you still need help? Sir? And she clicks the stop button.
Lily, I'm gonna need that tape.
What are you going to do with it?
Never mind, Lily. Don't worry about it. I'm the one throwing the party.
And she looks down to the lady that's, getting ready to rewind that tape and hit play again. And she says, "I don't care. I can get another copy anytime." And she hands you the entire recorder.
Great. Thanks, guys. You're the tops. I gotta go motor.
Bye. Saturday night, by the way.
Okay. I'm going to walk back to these acquaintances and
I'm, s- I'm so glad that we made the cut.
it's not-
Just the absolute derision coming from
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Holy Jesus.
guys, here, come to my car. And I'm gonna lead him to the car. And of course I have a tape deck. And I'm gonna play them the tape, and then I'm like, this is the 911 call of Logan's dad. And I play it for them.
You guys all hear what I
Whoa.
described. And it's one of those things, you don't know what just happened, but you feel like your sanity just rolled back by 2 points. You feel like the base of your spine is sitting in icy water. You feel gut punched, and you feel like something is really, really wrong.
Yeah, like I'm imagining there's like a kind of a difference in the tone of voice. Like even though it's like calmer, like it sounds like not Logan's dad. And so that whole we have to go to the water now has messed me up. Like that's super weird for me.
Yeah.
Is it well, it sounded like it sounded like him
Yeah.
initially, but then
Yeah, it's definitely Mr. Palmer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying like having been in his house before, like I know what his father sounds like, and then this didn't sound like him, even though it was him. Like there's definitely something different happening.
Sounded like a personality change or a
Right.
mood change.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
We
That's-
have to see the water sample that T has, right?
Well, we have to know where the water comes from, I think.
Yeah,
More
didn't he mention a
importantly.
creek behind his house?
Yeah, that's what
I-
Mr. T thought he got it from. But he doesn't
know
actually
that
know where the
creek,
sample
right?
came from. Oh, yeah, Floyd Creek? Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah. We probably made little paper hats and floated it to see if we could summon the Pennywise.
Oh,
Let's,
God, yeah, that was good times. The good old
yeah.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should go. Let's go right to. I'd say go right to the creek. You know,
Well,
and then we can see the
wait.
test.
but don't we want to see if like isn't the water sample in the school?
Yeah.
Mhm. How much time do we have between now and
yeah.
when we have to be there for the lock-in?
You're looking at maybe less than an hour.
Yeah. So
It's not a long vigil. You could go after the
Yeah.
lock-in, like first thing in the morning. You could try to sprint and do it now. But once those doors are locked, you're going to be locked out.
Mhm.
Well, but here's the question I have, especially for Zacharias and I. What's the chances that we know a way out of the school sneaky wise? Like we
Ooh,
know
yeah.
a window that doesn't lock.
I'll give you guys
or,
that just off rip. Because
So
of who
we
you
could
are.
go to
Yeah.
the lock-in. They think we're at the lock-in, and then we can bounce.
And
then
while
they
you guys are
won't
having
You
this
bug
two
us.
would
discussion-
definitely have an exit strategy for sure.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Chad, we can't hear you.
Muted, Chad.
oh, you missed all that
Oh, was it delicious
awesome
too?
role play. Sorry, I had a siren. Okay, so yeah. There's a ladder that goes up to the fly system in the
Yep.
theater, and if
Perfect.
you get up there, there's a little storage shed up top where nobody knows there is, and then from there you can get to the roof.
Bam.
And there's
Sexy.
there's almost certainly a ladder coming down from the roof for access too. So
For sure.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a transformer on the parking lot side, so you just jump down to that.
I want to check Logan's locker too.
Oh, good one.
Yep.
I got the combination.
Why the fuck do you have that?
Why do you not have that?
Oop!
Guess he likes me a little more than you.
Oh my god, it's gonna be this.
Oh, God. That tape in your player stuff does this weird thing where you can hear the rattling, sizzling sound of the tape recycling, and then it starts playing again, which is really weird because you didn't hit play, you didn't hit rewind, you didn't reset it. And the
Whoa.
voices feel crackly and weird and distant, and the entire thing plays again, and it keeps getting stuck on the we have to go to the water now, and then it recycles again and again And again.
Man,
and
take the
again.
tape out. Take the tape out. Take
Oh,
the tape
yeah.
out.
Checks,
Burn the
checks.
car. Burn the car.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not even funny.
I'm gonna siphon some
Uranus
gasoline.
Moonblood or whatever the fuck your name is.
Oh,
You snatch the tape out. You already know how this goes, guys. That tape is going to fall apart in your hand, and you've got the
Yep.
little ribbon that's
Oh,
tearing and going all over the place. But
Oh, it's crinkled. Damn
it's
it.
all crinkled. It's going to take you a second to rewind
I'm
that
getting
back.
a pencil. Yeah.
there you
Yeah,
go.
we've
Yep.
all spent time rewinding tapes with the
Rewinding
pencil,
those
and
tapes.
this is
Yeah.
like the biggest mess. Like,
Oh man.
Yeah.
And while this is happening, I need all of you guys to roll
Inverted.
me an investigation check. So this is going to be the first skill check of the game.
Okay.
Difficulty checks, according to the book, easy is 10, medium is 15, difficult is 20, near impossible is 25. You will be rolling a d20 plus your investigation skill rating if you have it, plus your wisdom modifier. And if you need help, let me know.
well, okay, so here's the thing. So my investigation says 1 and then
Okay.
parentheses +1.
So 1 is how many ranks you have, and the +1 must be your wisdom modifier. So you're rolling a d20 plus 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah, well, my
I
investigation.
got an 8.
Okay?
I have a unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20. Okay? Total
Yeah.
20.
A dirty 20.
It's
Dirty
dirty.
20. A dirty
Mad
20.
dirty.
I got a
Tim,
17.
you in this wig, my God.
Yep.
What?
Sorry.
Hot, right?
It's
I
so
know.
hot.
It's actually literally hot. I'm like,
Yeah, I
super
bet.
like
It's like a hat, right? It's like a wool
I
hat.
know, just like
Oh. Okay, we've got a 20 on Dee. Bucho failed. Not Bucho failed. Sorry, Rob failed. How are we doing on Zacharias and Steph?
17 for me
Okay.
Mm.
total.
Did I hear a 4 on Steph?
yeah, I got a 4.
That's okay.
Nice.
That's okay. You,
That's fun.
Rap and Rob, you're trying to fix that tape. Steph, you're just like, I hope that didn't damage my equipment. And the other two of you, you're going to catch 2 things. The tape has been ejected from the system player, but both of you can still hear talking coming from the system. It's distant, it's echoey, but you can still hear voices that are just slowly dissipating. And it's still Mr. Palmer's voice going through that. You know, never mind. We have to go to the water.
Without the
next-
fucking tape?
Without the fucking tape, it's just coming from the speakers of the
Ugh.
car. The second thing you guys see, as you guys make eye contact and you're looking down, because apparently you're the only two that hear it, because Rob and Steph are still arguing over to do something with the tape. You can see about 120 feet in front of you at the entrance. It looks like Sheriff Barnes and one of his deputies is talking to a girl that you guys know is in your sophomore class. Her name is Melissa Marcoux. She was born and raised here in the States, but you know that her parents are Albanian immigrants. She's also a sophomore, and it looks like she's softly crying. This isn't an all-out weep or a sob. She's got tears, and you can see that she's wiping her nose. She's wearing a dark leather jacket over like a black skirt that fans out, and then boots. And she's nodding at the sheriff, and she's talking, and her father is standing next to her. And you can see there's a hurried conversation, and you can just see that she's shrinking more and more and more in that conversation. At some point, the sheriff points a finger at her, and her eyes look directly at your car. And her eyes linger there for a minute, and then she goes back to the conversation. The sheriff, the deputy, and her father shake hands, and then the father puts an arm over Melissa, and it looks like they are going to be taking the long route to the school lock-in. It looks like he's walking her that way. But can I get a terror check from you two, please? That heard the voices in the speaker. Terror checks.
Was that me as well? That was me, right?
Yeah.
17,
Yep.
the
That was
fails. Yeah,
Zacharias and Dee. So terror checks, you're actually going to be rolling against the monster DC, which you don't know. Again, you have to meet it or roll beneath it. So I'm not going to tell you what the DC is. You are just going to be rolling a hard. I think it's just a flat D20, guys.
yeah. Okay.
I don't think you get a bonus to this. I think it's just
No
D20.
modifiers. So I got a 14. A nat 14.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Okay. Yeah, guys, I don't believe there's any modifiers on here, at least from what I can tell. So, a 14, you're going to be enough. That 4 is not. Dee, can I get a D6 from you, please?
Yeah. That's a 6.
Good for you. Okay. You regurgitate this back to the table however you want, but rules as written, you scream loudly like a little kid for the next 30 seconds and lose all of your actions.
Oh wow.
I start kind of rocking, and I'm staring. I'm kind of glancing between looking at this girl was looking at us, looking at the tape deck because I'm still hearing this noise, and I'm just kind of starting to rock, and not sure which one comes to her, but I'm just like starting to scream, but I'm like repeating like a Ramon lyric. Like I'm repeating something from one of my favorite songs, like as a mantra, I've kind of just gone into my happy place and I'm just shaking and repeating something over and over.
Okay. That's what you guys are experiencing in a car that feels like it's coming out of left field. Except for you, Zacharias. You know what's probably going on.
Oh yeah, they don't even hear it, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well, I'll just like sit. She's stable or stationary, right? So I'll go up and just be like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. It's all it is we've got our marching orders. That's all. We just know what we've got to do. All we know what we've got to do now. First, got to burn this car. Second, we got to go down to the river. Got to go find that water. That's all it is. Hey.
Okay, well, we don't need to burn the car. So Rob is going to get into the passenger side and kind of like he's got experience with tape decks, and hopefully, like he'll look at Steph and go, "Can I? Do you mind?"
Just be careful, please.
Absolutely. And so Rob will get in there and he'll try to get all of the extra tape that might be out in there.
Yeah.
Just pull it out, just get it out of the tape deck. Because
Yeah.
he knows like the more that gets left in there, the harder it is to be fixed later. You might as well just do it now, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So just and I'm not gonna make you roll anything. This is kind of like your lane. You're like, nope, I got it.
This is my Jimmy Jam. Yep.
It's your Jimmy Jam. So you're able to retrieve and actually repair it. There is a slam on the hood of your car stuff. It jumps the entire car. You can recognize, I'm just throwing this in here because Bloat included it in the game and I thought it was just really cool. The Metal Institution crew are a group of teenagers that live in the notorious Ridge Ann Arbor Point apartments on the north side of J-Town. These are basically your asshole kids. This is a little gang and they're banging on the hood of your car. One guy jumps on the car and like starts like swinging his dick around and his shorts in your face, and they're yelling obscenities on the inside of the car, and you can hear one guy in the back go, "Your friend's probably dead, fuckers," and they all fall out laughing and they walk away.
Did we just walk into Warriors territory? Because I'm gonna pick up some fucking Coke bottles, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody can come out and play today.
How many of them are there?
I don't know. I threw that in last minute. Let's find out. I'm gonna roll a D12 and it's 5 of them.
I'm gonna honk the horn, obviously. I'm gonna stop touching the fucking car, you fucking primates! Get off!
Fuck you, Prep! And they all fall out laughing. They're on their way to the next group to antagonize.
Yeah, go home to your freaking TV dinner and single bed.
And how old are these guys?
It's such a sick burn.
Such a sick burn. Let's go. There's high school dropout, so anywhere between 16 and early 20s.
All right.
Yeah,
Red count 100.
Right. Did we just walk into Warriors territory? That was such a great line. All right, so what are you guys doing now?
Checking on my car.
Yeah, I mean, do we have time to go to the river before lock-ins? Anybody else want to do that, or should we wait and break out from the lock-in and do that?
Well, if Steph has his combination to his locker, though. Maybe his locker has information about where he got the water from.
Yeah.
That's a good point. We might have a
Alright.
better idea of where the water is actually. Yep.
All right. Yeah, I got it. Good.
Okay.
Plus,
So
it'll
the
be
lock-in?
easier for us to sneak out than it will be to sneak in.
Hashtag
Oh,
facts.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay.
Where are you gonna park the car?
in the Harvard Yard.
Wait, what?
Where are you gonna park the car? I'm just curious where you're gonna park the car.
At the school?
Okay. Cool.
But he's saying, I think you need to put it more in the back so we can so people don't notice if we move it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I
Oh,
got
okay.
you, Moon.
Thanks for translating whatever this speak is. Goth speak or whatever it is. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna what? What?
We need a spin-off of this
Careful.
character. Holy shit.
It's 5 years later and they're roommates. That's what
Yeah.
the spinoff is.
Right.
That's the spinoff.
That's the spin-off. That's all you need. That's all you need.
How about a My Two
Right
Dads?
there.
My Two Dads. One
Oh
was
my god.
Zachariah and the other one's Steph.
Oh. All right, guys.
Um,
Last roll of this scene. I'm assuming you're all riding in Steph's Porsche to J-Town High.
Is it close enough to walk? Because that car, man,
Yeah, it's
I'll
close
just
enough to walk. Yeah.
definitely
mile.
gonna just use the old feet.
I'm
No,
pretty sure- I feel like a 911 is also a 2-seater.
Probably.
Yeah,
right?
you
Oh,
can kind of
y'all were
do
squeezing.
like one in the back, and then you would have to do like a lap situation.
No,
Yeah.
I would agree. Dee Dee's probably still kind of freaked out.
Yeah.
So
Let's walk.
I'd
Let's walk.
walk
together.
with Moon. Yeah,
Yeah.
we,
Yeah.
I'd probably roll with Steph, just like continue to try to figure out if all the stuff came out of the tape deck just to make sure.
Just to make sure. Okay.
Like
Okay.
I'm just myopic with that kind of shit. So
No,
yeah.
that's perfect. That's perfect. At some point, Rap and Rob, as you are pulling off with Steph, you can see that your father is at the vigil. So at some point he left the school and came here. You know he's going to be back at the school for the lock-in, so you don't see him there. But he's speaking with another parent, and they're nodding. And you don't have to roll anything for this because you've experienced it enough. You can recognize those little pockets of people gossiping and pointing at your father, and then going back to snicker. It's almost like, oh, there's somebody else missing. He killed his wife. He's probably killed his family too. It's that. And
Yep.
you can just see a sadness on his face as he waves at you as you and Steph pull by. Dee Dee and Zacharias, can I get last roll of the scene? Can I get an investigation roll from you guys as well, please?
Yeah. So I rolled a 7. It's 2. We're saying
Mhm.
investigation 1 + 1 is 2,
Ooh.
so 9 total.
Okay.
21.
Oh,
I'm on
shit.
fire tonight.
You
so
are
you know
on
I'm gonna roll
fire.
like shit when we face whatever we face.
So, Dee Dee, it's almost like the universe hates you this game. You and Zacharias are walking, and you're out of that goddamn car with the speakers that are playing, even though there's no tape inserted, and you're just trying to push that out of your memory. You're pushing that out of your thought, and you can't stop hearing Mr. Palmer's voice. And of all the voices that you could have in your head, his is not the voice that you want running around in the background. And you two are walking, and you walk through a cloud of cigarette smoke, and you can see that there's a handful of servers and hostesses from Gully's Diner that are all there. None of them are holding candles. They're all smoking cigarettes, just chaining away, and they're talking not conspiratorially, but maybe adjacent to it. And you specifically pick up the following statement made from Missy Ralph, who has put out her cigarette, has now put in like one of those big bubblicious big pieces of gum in her mouth where like every time it goes big, it splats and gets on her nose. And she goes, nope, that's a lie. She was fired 2 days ago for stealing meat out of the freezer, which we know that she's been doing that for a while. Whatever. Listen, the kid, we didn't say anything, but that's not exactly why she got fired. 2 days ago, not 2 days ago, 2 days before she went missing. Sorry. Crazy thing, I saw her licking the hamburger blood off of the wrapping paper, and that was enough. I couldn't stop after that. It's like, oh my god, I heard about that. And then there's this whole conversation where they're running back and forth where they're talking about his mom licking the hamburger blood off of like the wrapping paper of the meat.
Whoa. Well, do we stop? Dee Dee, do we stop? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
It's gotta be his mom, right?
Oh, she's. Did we know that she had gotten fired? I mean, we were close to Logan. Had we heard that his mom had gotten fired?
No, and you would have been around him for 2 days after his mom had lost a job, and he never said anything about his mom losing his job. And that's weird. He would have said something to one of you guys.
Oh, well, hey, I'm just gonna walk up because unless you want to stop me, Dee Dee.
No.
Hey, Missy. I know Missy. You said I know her
yeah,
name.
Missy was a couple
Okay.
years ahead of you guys, so you know of her in
Okay.
town.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, Missy. Whoa. What did you just say about I'm sorry. I like to eavesdrop a lot. And,
I was gonna say, eavesdropping much? What do you want?
Yeah. No, it's like a hobby. But I'm getting pretty good at it, but I don't think I caught everything. So you said what? That somebody was licking blood off of a hamburger wrapper?
You nosy kids, don't you have like a sleepover or something to go to?
Yeah. We're on our way, but I just wanted to hear more about that because it sounds kind of cool.
Sorry, kid, that's not something we find cool. And Missy gets hip checked by something else. It's like, can you not? Like, literally, that's one of his friends, I think. And Missy stops and she flutters her eyes, like, yeah, okay, so Miss Palmer got like canned 2 days ago. Official report says that she was stealing meat, but she's been stealing meat. That's not new news. But I actually saw her licking like that brown, gross blood off of the hamburger meat off of the wrappers.
Okay, and you
And
guys
she
get
was going
like,
after it too, like, and then she
Wow.
just like reaches over to whatever guy that's standing there and does the fake the slather kiss thing.
Mm-hmm.
oh, she's just trying to shock. I respect that.
Shade.
Yeah. Okay. And you guys get, did she seem hungry over the last few days? Like extra hungry or something? You guys get employee meals maybe at lunch or something?
That's the funny thing. She's always eating. She's always stealing food. Those 2
Yeah.
days, she wasn't eating nothing. She was licking the blood though.
Oh, wow. I respect that too, but it is weird.
It's really weird. Do you want anything else, kid? Don't you have like a sleepover to go to?
No, yeah, we're on our way. Well, anyway, thanks.
Yeah, bye. Bye.
Bye. That's how he says goodbye. He just mocks the person he's talking to. Okay.
Thanks for handling that, Moon. I didn't like
I think
her
that
tone.
went well.
I figured if I pulled my switchblade, we'd get the cops here. So
Yeah.
thanks for handling it better.
Great interrogation crew.
The best. So here's what I'm going to do as I break us up and go into the second half of the game, and we're going to briefly go on break here. We're going to tee up the school lock-in at J-Town High. So J-Town High is a single-story building that's broken into 3 wings. It has the gymnasium, which is the far west wing, which is where you guys are going to be entering in. The auditoriums, the admin offices, principal offices, records, medical, cafeteria are all in the center wing. And then off to the east is where they have all of the classrooms. There are going to be various activities. You guys already know you had your freshman lock-in. It's going to be more of the same bullshit, you're sure. There's going to be a live student band playing in the gymnasium. There are going to be party games, pop-up bowling with the plastic bins, on the corner of the gym. Beneath the bleachers, you're probably going to have kids in their sleeping bags or either like trading baseball cards, making out, or people watching. The theater has the musical theater kids that have just taken over the auditorium, and they're going to have improv games in the back. And there's a handful of kids playing some type of a board game. Maybe it comes out of a red box. Whatever the game is, the Reverend absolutely condemns it and says that they're worshiping Satan and you should stay away from any game that comes out of a red box. The majority of the classrooms are locked, save for a few of them that are going to have sleeping bags lining the floor for kids who are looking for more quiet reading or downtime. So first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start in reverse. I want you to just help flush out the school because that's where we're going to be spending the rest of the game in, and that's also where you're going to die. I'm kidding. It's definitely where you're going to die. So, starting with Samantha, give me a cool detail about something else about J-Town High or what's going on in this lock-in. It can be a group of people, it can be a room, it can be an activity. You could embellish on something that I just gave you, but give me something else that's happening in this school.
Ooh.
And if you want
I'm
time to think, you can go skip and we'll cycle back.
No. I think that we've established that Tommy T kind of gets along with us.
Yeah.
So we probably arranged before this. Our sleeping bags are going to be in his science lab.
Gotcha.
So we've made like a little cozy area, like probably I don't know in the 80s. But he had like the lab tables, that have so we've set up like almost like little forts under the table that we can have, I'm sure Zacharias and I'm sure Moon and I have made like little cozy dark places to hide. So we have, set up our little base at the science labs.
I love that. So Mr. T's chemistry lab is kind of where Fort Group is. Fort Logan is set up in the chemistry lab. Okay. Tim, give me something. Flush me out more.
I'm gonna say, since this is the 80s and it is Kentucky, I'm gonna guess that the school mascot is going to be a Native American smoking tobacco.
Oh, the disrespect, yes.
Right, because because it's
the 80s.
The 80s.
Yeah.
And I guess they'll just be called the Warriors. I don't want to get too important.
J-Town Warriors.
J-Town Warriors. Yeah. And it's a big the logo, the mascot is everywhere. In fact, there's my parents paid for it to be painted on the basketball court.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So it looks really cool, the basketball court the gym and basketball court, because it does have the huge logo painted on there.
God, yeah. And the plaque that says donated by the Wesley family. Many thanks, our forever thanks to the Wesley family.
Yeah, because I didn't really we also got some good bleachers in there, because when I first got there, it was like, this aluminum, gross. My parents dumped a lot of money into the gym.
Shit.
Because I'm on the basketball team, obviously. So
of course you are.
Yeah, you are. Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not really a jock, but I'm pretty good on the court.
It's something to do on Tuesdays. It's whatever.
You'll fuck around and get a triple double, whatever.
Jesus. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Perfect. Keeper Chad, flush us out a little bit more.
Well, just a very quick story detail. I would like, before I go in, to just take out a salt shaker that I stole from a diner, one of a few, and surround the car with a ring of salt. I just
nice.
Just did that. And so about there is a basement level to this school, and it's accessible in a few different places. I mean, you can go, where the janitors go, but there's also an access point under the bleachers, and there's an access point under the stage, the theater stage, and in a couple of different maintenance places that you can get down.
Holy shit! So there's like a whole secret network down there.
It all connects. Yeah. There's a boiler and all that kind of stuff down there.
Just really fast, I'm taking notes. You told me theater, gym, and where?
Theater, gym, and let's say a maintenance closet in the janitor area.
Okay, I like it. And Bucho, take us home.
So I'm going to take a piece of architecture from my actual high school.
Okay.
Where we had big, large windows along what we called the bridge, and that's kind of like another area where you could eat lunch.
Okay.
But it was also, there were a bunch of benches so you could hang out and you could talk. Like it was just a big area for like congregating.
Okay.
But in the mornings, this is where I could be found breakdancing before class, because this is like there's a ton of space. There are other dudes who are into it, not many,
Okay.
but that's where we set up in the morning. So there's this big, like a breezeway,
Yeah.
with huge windows, that connects the classrooms to the middle, whatever you called that, the middle area.
Yeah.
Do you carry your own linoleum?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cardboard for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So you guys head into J-Town High. You're one of the last students to enter. The Principal Withers is there doing name checks as you guys come in, and it's like, oh, good evening, good night, good evening, good night, good evening, good night. And shortly after the door closes behind you, shortly after the door closes behind you, Rob, you can hear them pulling those heavy chains through the handles, and it's just that clunk, clang, drag, clunk, clang, and there's something about that memory that keeps triggering you back to that same sound that's coming out of your basement at home. This is very gently touching on another backer gift, who he wishes to remain anonymous, so I won't say his name. But this is teasing onto that, and you're hearing just that chain pull, and then there's the heavy clunk, clank as the lock engages. The principal leaves, and one of the drama teachers unfolds a folding chair, opens up a book, crosses one leg over the other, and begins reading. And you are officially locked into J-Town High for the duration of the evening. Doors will open again, barring an emergency, at 8 a.m. Guys, we are going to go on a brief break so we can decompress, so we can talk, so we can do bio breaks and all of that fun stuff. I am going to put a timer on for 10 minutes, and we will see you guys back with The Lost Boy at Dark Places and Demogorgons. Mwah! We will catch you guys in 10. Bye! I hate you so much. So, hi guys. Welcome back to the Symphony. You guys gonna have to
Oh,
give me a quick
boy.
second here as I fix everyone's faces.
Oh yeah, that got weird.
That it got super weird, right? The good thing is I'm transparent now, so allegedly, no.
The surrealist in me is loving it.
Right. This is some weird shit. What is going on? Nothing works. Yo, this is actually pretty dope. We should run the rest of the game like this. I would never do that. So
Yeah.
Not with these costumes.
Right. We worked too hard on this one. Tech issues just like the 80s or just like every Symphony stream ever. I'm unlocking myself, but it's not moving me. What happens if I unhide it? No. Nope, that didn't work either.
Our inconsistency is our consistency.
I agree. You know what? We're just going to go audio only. Can I? I wonder if I can fix this in real time. Let me try Tim. Nope.
It looked great.
fuck it.
The first act.
I think it looks great. Split screen vibes. Yeah, it's so awesome. All right, I think what I'm just going to do is delete them all off and put them back in. So, Bucho, do something to entertain the Twitch.
Okay. Well, let's do this. Why don't we ask, since Sam and I have been on the stream before, why don't we have the boys introduce themselves to the crowd more thoroughly? Where, like, what do you guys get into on your off time? Where can, like, what trips your trigger? What tickles your pickles? Whatever.
Okay.
What is happening? Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. You just talk about ourselves more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I like to play horror games. I like to play Call of Cthulhu. Tim and I are city neighbors. So that's kind of a fun fact.
That's helpful.
Yeah, it's good. It's good trying to get some role-playing games going. You're muted, I guess, Tim, if you
Oh,
but
yeah.
you're looking good in your frame.
You look so good in your frame, Boo Boo. Listen, you are killing that frame. You the only one. Look at who we came to see.
It was MacGyver.
Steph just screams yacht rock.
Yacht rock, yes.
Yeah.
Tim, where'd you get that wig? Can we start there? I know that's not what we're talking about. Where'd you get that wig?
Amazon.
Yes, Lord.
Amazon. And as you can tell, I didn't pay a lot for it.
But you got your money's worth.
Oh, I'm definitely getting the money's worth.
Chat got their money's worth too, honey.
Oh, they're definitely getting it right now watching you work for sure.
Yeah, you're just doing a lot of stuff there. I can't get the height.
It's hard. It's to keep the hair from, when your hair is this lustrous.
Yeah.
Yes,
of
that lustrous. Yes.
Just let your soul glow.
If you can't handle the luster.
Just let your soul glow.
That boy good. That boy real good.
I too like to play horror role-playing games. Yes, Chad and I are neighbors. We first met at Necronomicon in 2013. And so and I'm a public school teacher.
What do you teach?
I'm a middle school 7th grade special education and history teacher.
Oh wow, nice.
Cool.
Yeah. Just for the
So of all the years that you guys have been playing, which horror game or system is kind of your jam? Which do you prefer, and which one was the one that kind of popped your cherry? Unless it's the same one.
Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, Call of Cthulhu was first, but I would say I also really love what Dread does. You can only do it
Lord.
properly in person, but it is an incredible effect.
Dread's the one where you use the tower of unnameable
tower.
tiles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. I like Knights Black Agents. I'm a
Yeah.
fan of that
Interesting.
because I love any historical spy stuff.
Yeah.
And vampires. Yeah.
What is that? What's the era for that?
Modern, right?
Yeah.
Modern.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, but there are, you can
You can go
also,
back. Yeah.
there's scenarios set in other eras, but yeah, it's supposed to be modern.
Huh.
You know, so pretty much I'm a total Pelgrane fanboy. With the exception, with a few exceptions. I'm not like, I don't really do fantasy. Are you done? Did you get it fixed?
I think so.
Oh,
It looks
just-
she's
good.
got it.
It's
Yeah.
about
She's
as
got
fixed
it.
as it's about to get. Hey, if you're learning how to stream for the first time like I am, don't touch your Zoom window. Ever. Don't
Ever.
minimize
Oh,
it.
you
Don't let
you
the
can't
windows
minimize
move.
it. Oh.
And I didn't minimize it. All I did was try to pop up the chat, but I accidentally hit the expand button. And so, yeah, just
Oh.
don't touch the Zoom window.
Good one.
Hey,
You
Bucho, thank you for carrying my life like you always do every moment of every day at Symphony.
are welcome. You are welcome.
Thank you guys for returning for the second half of Dark Places and Demogorgons, my adventure called The Lost Boy. We are going to jump right back here in action after some technical difficulties. We'll probably have another 7 of those before the stream ends. Don't forget, if you would like to win a physical copy of Dark Places and Demogorgons, we do have a raffle going. All you have to do is hit !dark to be entered into the raffle. I will collect your address after the stream, and Eric Bloke of Bloke Publishing will get you a free copy of that bad boy. So, our characters, because I don't know what they're called in Dark Places and Demogorgons, and I don't feel like looking it up. So, our PCs, our characters, our teenagers are at J-Town High for the sophomore lock-in. They fleshed out some gorgeous details for me, and I'm going to turn the camera back on to them. What are you guys doing now?
First of all, I think we should be called meddling kids.
Meddling kids, that's fair.
Yes.
That could be a thing.
Secondly, I think we're probably getting set up in the science room, like,
Okay.
or at least probably pretending for a little bit that, that we're trying to do the lock-in, as it were. At least Rob would, because I think the more normal that we look, the easier it'll be for us to slip out whenever we need to.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have a couple of errands, right? It seems like we should go to the locker.
Mhm.
And also I would like to return to the under the bleachers scene just to check. And maybe Dee Dee could come with me. I feel like we all had a little music club down there, basically, like a
Yep.
little music exchange spot. And I kind of wonder if, I'm not sure. I guess I probably would have been there since maybe not because of emotional blockage. I haven't been back yet.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so kind of go back to a place that was special to you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not for just memorializing. Yep.
I can't help but to think after Steph's last comment about he didn't like the aluminum bleachers, so he installed new ones. If it was shortly after the installation that like poor Logan was like, he did it for me. I can't. He probably
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
Poor Logan. Okay, you guys are in Mr. T's chemistry lab right now. I would probably say that he gave a key probably over to Zacharias so you guys could all get set up in there. He is not there presently. You already know he has to do like the adult and men stuff. He's probably like babysitting the fruit bowl punch at the dance, and then he'll check back in with you guys later. So you can get the results and get checked back in with him as soon as he comes in, but you're kind of free to roam around right now.
Oh, free to roam around
Free
the
to
chemistry room.
roam.
Right.
Roam where we want to. Roam around the world.
Let's go to the locker.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So whole group going to the locker, or did I feel a split up coming?
I don't know that we necessarily all need to go to the locker.
That might.
That looks really bad.
I would say for like Rob, I think might try to rifle through Mr. T's desk,
Okay.
just to see if there's any other worthy information that we could potentially use later.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I can make that skills lister on page 54. Let me see if I care enough to do anything with that. Like most students or like most professors, teachers, there's always that bottom drawer. The filing cabinet is always locked with like one of the locks that if you just pull hard enough, it'll pop open. It is locked right now. If you had mechanics, I would probably ask for that for you to kind of hack that bad boy. But otherwise, there's nothing exciting in his drawer. Except for there is a little book called Chemistry Jokes. So as you're flipping through, that's probably where he's getting all of his dumb chemistry jokes from. It's like one of those little pocket ones that you can go through and see like chemistry related jokes.
If I were feeling really petty, I'd just throw that in the trash where he couldn't find it, but I'm just going to push it to the back of the drawer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Steph, you're heading to the locker. Zacharias and Didi, you guys want to head over to the bleachers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, my question is, are there people in the gym where the bleachers are? Is that where like the dance is?
There is right now. So yeah, there's a
So-
dance, and by dance, there's like 5 people on the dance floor. There's live music. There's some food in there, but the bleachers are pulled out.
So were we going under the bleachers or were we going to the basement level? Which were we doing?
Well, I was thinking, we could come up through. I just established we could come up through the basement into
Yeah.
the into the
Yeah,
underneath of the
we
bleachers.
could go to the little the theater area
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
and then that
Okay.
way we could pop up and people won't see us.
Yeah, I like that scene.
Perfect. Okay. And then how about you, Rob? Where are you gonna head? You gonna head to the locker too?
You're muted, Rob.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if there's nothing in the desk, there's nothing really keeping me in the room. And really this shit with Logan is definitely more pressing than any other thing going on tonight. So yeah.
Okay.
I figure like if they need, I could be a distraction,
Okay.
like we don't need that yet, but yeah, I can certainly do that if it becomes necessary.
I like it. Okay, so let's start with Rob and Steph first. Steph, you know where Logan's locker is, and you know the dial combination for it, so it won't be an issue for you. You don't have to roll anything to get to it and pop that bad boy open. There are a handful of people in the hallways, but it's not like everyone knows whose locker is whose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was also very important for me I'm glad that those two went to the bleachers because
Those
scene.
people.
Wow.
So you didn't need to say it out loud, but fine.
Well, I'm just yeah, so open the locker and see what's there.
Okay. The first thing you get when you open up the locker is it's damp inside of this locker. It's damp as if there's like condensation hanging on the walls, like you can run your fingers through it. There's like a wet heat that comes out of there that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but it's like even his one little jacket that he has in there, and really it's a jacket that he got from God knows where, has that wet, dingy, it's been sitting in something warm and drippy for a while. And you can see at the bottom are 1, 2, 3, 4 books. And you're going to have to, it's not that you have to be careful extracting them. It's just that they're completely saturated. They're just wet and they're soggy. And you can make out the little tape on the inside of them. 2 of the books are from the J-Town Library here, the J-Town High School Library. And the other 2 are from the J-Town Public Library. And you've got those 4 books there and his jacket that's hanging on a hook. And then just like this wet heat that's coming out of here. It smells damp. And it has a standing water odor to it.
Can we tell what the topics or the titles of the books are?
Yeah.
Without having to handle them too much?
Yeah. If you you're just looking, you're just like, all right, what we got here? The first book you're getting is Albanian Folklores and Legends.
Oh Jesus.
The second book is Dark Folklore. Those are the 2 from the school library here. The other 2 are Vampire, Myth or Legend, and the last one is Albanian Epic Poetry.
Rob doesn't know what Albanian means because he's 15 years old. So I think, God, what would he do in this moment? Do you know what this is, Steph? Does this make any sense to you?
What, books?
It's the wrong group. It's the wrong group.
What? This
Fuck
is a
me.
vampire book. This says it's about vampires. Albania is like a place.
Oh, is it like another country?
Yeah, it borders on the Adriatic Sea. You know how I know that? There's
No?
a Cheers episode where Coach is trying to get his GED, and so he makes songs about everything. And he does a song called Albania, Albania, you border on the Adriatic.
Wow,
Wow.
that's a deep cut. That is a
Listen, man, I don't.
deep
It's not
cut.
like I'm thumbing through an atlas. My last name's Wesley, not Rand nor McNally. So that's the only way I know Albania is like a place. I think it's probably like next to Transylvania, maybe. I don't know.
It's definitely next door to Transylvania for sure. Oh God, it's so good. Can I get both of you guys to roll me an intelligence, please? This would be a D20 plus your intelligence modifier if and you have it.
Oh
Which
my
you
God.
two, I don't know.
10.
Yeah, I got a 1. So
All
my
right.
intelligence is 14. So it should just be a +1, right?
You got it, baby. Yep.
Okay.
That feels right to me.
God damn it. An 8.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I got a 10.
Okay, listen, a 10 is easy. This isn't a huge leap for you. You're going through that stupid song in your head, actually out loud apparently, and you think like, wait a second. Albania. Shit, don't we have a girl here from Albania? And then you immediately think back to being in that car listening to that tape
Right.
going
Melissa.
through. Melissa Marcoux was speaking to the police and at some point almost threw an
that's right.
accusatory look at you guys.
Yeah, what was up with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well, we should definitely find her then. I mean, if being here is mandatory, she's our age, right?
Yeah, she's sophomore too.
Then she should be here. So we should definitely go find her and see if we can't figure something out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's. Is there like a bag or something to carry? Let's just bring the books, I guess.
Ugh.
Yeah. Here, Rob, why don't you carry them?
I will wrap the books up in the jacket because I
Okay.
think that's going to be, it'll protect the books, but it'll also, I think the jacket's going to be far less nasty than the books will be.
Okay. You pull the jacket down, and as you're wrapping the books around it as carefully as you can feel there's some resistance on the inside of the jacket, and it doesn't take you long to look in the pocket, and you can see that he has his little library card to both locations, the public library and the library here, where you could go and investigate if you wanted to. But he does have his library cards here, and it's interesting to you for a moment there that his library cards aren't in his backpack, which was allegedly found at home. He's keeping his library cards here in school with these books and not with like the rest of his identifications. And last thing here, Steph, as you are pulling Albanian epic poetry off of the bottom, the moisture from the cover has already like stuck to the bottom of the locker. So you're going to have to like do that ripping motion to get the rest of the book up. You're just going to have to finagle it a little bit if you want it in one piece.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you do your little wiggle, you're doing your finagling, and there's a slam on the back of the locker, from the other side of the wall. The whole locker shudders, condensation drips and falls down.
Whoa. What the fuck?
It was loud enough and heavy enough that the kids in the hallway have all stopped and they're all looking at you.
I mean, surely we look just as surprised as they do.
Yeah.
Does it make like an impression, like an indent, like sort of? Or
No,
is it just
not that you can see. You're looking, and you're pretty sure it came from like the back wall of it. It was just a slam that rattled the entire locker and the entire set.
So are there other lockers on the other side of this one? Or
No,
is...
this is a wall. This locker is set up against a wall.
Okay. No, thank you. All right.
And like we can obviously still see in this locker very easy. All the lights are still on in the school. Okay. What was that, Rob?
I don't know, but I think we should get the fuck out of here. Just we've got the books. If there's nothing else left in here that we can see that's of value, then I think we should just bounce.
Another slam hits that back wall, and at this point there's a peeling sound of like metal being curled back, and the back wall, again, that's flush against concrete, feels like it's peeling open.
I'm gonna start stepping back.
I'm gonna slam the fucking locker door shut,
Okay.
and I'm gonna step way back.
Okay.
And then I'm
Awesome.
gonna go to the locker real quick and then just go.
Okay.
So make sure it doesn't open easily. Just
There
a
we
little.
go.
Yeah.
All fixed.
All fixed. The kids in the hallway continue to look at you, and then they just very slowly kind of go back to their conversations.
All right. Maybe stay there for a minute. I'm kind of just looking at Rap and Rob and like kind of mouthing like, what do we do?
I mean, I'm good with sticking around for a minute, but like that's super weird, and I have no explanation.
Do we know if anybody else has a locker like right in this very immediate vicinity? This.
Oh, you know what? Let's find out. Yeah, with a 15, I'm gonna make up a luck roll in Dark Places Demogorgons. And like, yeah, there's another locker here in this vicinity. Whose locker would you like it to be?
Unfortunately, I think Steven's locker is right around here. I think because I remember Logan saying that his locker was like right by Steven's.
So three lockers down on that same set, still touching the wall, is Zacharias's locker.
Thank you.
Don't worry,
Thank
I
you.
got you, baby.
I appreciate
Say,
that.
who is Steven? I don't know who you mean.
You're not there. No metagaming. I guess we better go find Robert Smith. You know, grab him. Maybe his locker.
I'll fucking take that. I'll take that as a compliment.
I'll take that. I'll take that and run. Okay.
And maybe see if he's experiencing the same thing inside his locker. Is that the
No, I mean, just I don't know.
Access point. I get it.
God, I mean, I'm grasping at straws here, just like you.
Let's do this. Let's go find Zacharias and let's see if we can run into Melissa at the same time and see if we can't kill two birds with one stone.
I like that.
Maybe she's out in the gym. I'm assuming we know that he and Dee Dee have gone to the gym.
I think we checked in with
bleachers.
locations.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's do that. Let's head to the gym to get Zacharias, but also to see if we can hunt down Melissa at the same time.
I like it. So let's hop over to Zacharias and Dee Dee right now. Tell me again how you guys were coming up and going. You guys were going into the basement level, right? To come up underneath the bleachers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're down in the basement ladder, and this is April, so and it's Kentucky, so it's that weird area was like you don't really need the AC on, but you don't really need the heat on either. But you know you're gonna have a whole class here, so they probably have some type of cooling going right now, but not enough. Janitors and sanitation workers there keep the basement pretty immaculate, which is why it's really surprising to you guys when you open up into the basement and there's about 2 inches of water on the entire level.
Oh wow. Oh,
I mean, it's one of those things. It's very surprising. You open the door, you hit the last step, and you immediately splash.
Oh, my Doc Martens. Damn it. Okay.
I have combat boots, so I'm okay.
You're good. He's like, I got this shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, just 2 inches. We'll just do it.
Yeah. It's not even a slosh. It's a splash. It's a spatter.
What's does this smell like normal water?
No. It
No?
sure doesn't. It has that standing water, putrefied, molested smell to it.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yep.
Word choice.
Word choice.
No, it's good. Oh, now I didn't say I had. I bet you I have a lighter.
Oh, I'm good with that. Yeah.
Okay. Can I just? I'd like to flash the light and then take it down to the water level because I don't know if that would photosynthesize, but I'm kind of looking to see if, that this weird water situation is happening in the basement.
That is dope. Oh, I love that idea. So yeah, you bring your lighter down, and as of right now, you're completely fine. It's just, your lighter reflecting back from the water. There's some particles moving around in the water. They're the size of like maybe a half of a leaf, and they're thin, almond shaped, and they're kind of just if it's groundwater, maybe it's pulled up from there. You're not 100% sure. But you do notice as you're bringing your lighter like back up, those particles do seem to just kind of gradually move away from where you're intentionally focusing light.
Oh, wait a minute. So I essentially saw like minnow-like particles gathering around Dee
And then when
Dee.
you,
Look at this. Now, and I don't know if you want me to roll something, but right now I feel glee. What I've discovered, like, this is incredible. And I'm like making little, like, oh, look at this. Look what happened. And then I go left and look. Do they follow?
It's this weird combination of 80% of it is being repelled from the light, and you got 20% that doesn't really seem to care. It's just kind of meandering in the water.
Look at this.
But you can shoo the particles around.
Yeah. I'm gonna play around with that a little bit. Whoa. And it's fine that we're standing in it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Just a little realization. I kind of look behind me at the stairs that we've left behind.
And there's something on the stairs looking back down at you.
What?
Yeah, it's bipedal from what you can tell. It's man-shaped from what you can tell. But it's very tall, very, very tall. And it's being completely obscured by something. But it's standing there between the door you just came down and the base of the stairs.
Dee Dee?
Yeah.
Do you see that, or
Do I see it if I look over the stairs?
Yeah, if you look over the stairs, there's definitely something standing there. What was standing there, because now it's rushing down the stairs at you. It moves. It seems like it's moving off of the walls and racing itself down.
Fucking run! And as I say that, I start to run, but I also grab my switchblade.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're running toward the access to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You take off running. You guys are splashing down this hallway, and the only light that I'm hearing right now, other than like
is a lighter.
that we're holding on for dear life right now. As you guys are running, you can hear an asymmetrical splashing behind you.
Asymmetrical splashing. Yes. Oh my
Bucho's
God.
face.
You hear the sound of a dodecahedron falling into jello.
Because you know exactly what that sounds like. Okay. You know what I mean. You hear asymmetrical splashing coming behind you, and whatever this thing is that's chasing you has moved from bipedal to quadruped.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And it's running and it's running. I need I don't know what I need, because this is my first time running this game. Eric, are you in the chat? You should run me a skill or something here. Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. I have a section here that says combat. Ha! There we go. Okay, there's movement. I like that. You know what? This feels like a difficulty check for me. Let's see how you guys are doing in your panic as you are running from whatever this thing is. Can I get dex checks from both of you?
Yeah, and 2-inch water is no joke. Okay, dex. 14 on a 10.
Good.
That's an 18 plus a 1, so a 19.
Oh my God. Okay, who's going up this ladder first?
Oh, Dee Dee. Go ahead.
No, I have the switchblade.
Oh, you
so
do?
I'm pushing him up the stairs
I'll take
and
it.
being in the back.
We're not gonna sit here and argue. I will go.
I don't want to make stereotypes, but I assume you're slighter than me, so I'm pushing you up.
Yeah. There's a reason my last name's Heron. Yeah. Yep.
Zacharias, you are pushed up this ladder. You're able to hit that trap door. You're able to pull your elbows out, and you are slipping through as you can hear whatever this thing is moving on fast onto Dee Dee. Dee Dee, you are making your way up this ladder right now. You rolled an 18, which is actually phenomenal. You and I need to roll initiative really fast. The cool thing here, this is just going to be a D6 plus your dexterity modifier, and it's per team. So it's not like each individual, it's just per side.
Oh,
Okay.
So
That's
my
a
son is a
4.
3, and you got a 4.
Mine's a 4.
Beautiful. Okay. You are
No.
working your way up. You are working your way up. Cinematically, you know this thing is going to get either a swipe or a grab or something at you before you're able to actually exit out of this ladder. It is on your initiative. If you would like to attack or if you would like to double down and get out of here, talk to me.
I feel like I'm gonna just try to keep pushing forward.
Okay.
But probably with no skill, you can take a negative or whatever you need to. I'm just kind of holding my hand with the switchblade out behind me so that if it swipes, there's a 50-50 chance that it will poke the knife. I'm not really swinging because I'm
Ooh.
trying to move,
Okay.
and I'm just holding it out as an impediment.
Okay.
Like I'm giving myself spiked armor. Like,
I'd like to reach down and, offer that hand. I can just imagine a shot of a hand coming down, try to grab that, like arm in arm grab.
Oh, I love it. So you went from one arm, because one is with the switchblade. So you went from one arm DD to 3, which is helping pull you out. And you have the other one is kind of like you said, like bladed armor. And you are able to get pulled out with the assistance of Zacharias just before something reaches out from the darkness and makes a swipe at you. But it's not the sound of a blade cutting through air as much as it's like a sucking sound.
I hate that image.
Is
that sound.
Something suctiony is reaching out at you, and you're able to clasp that door down. It jumps a couple of times, but you guys are able to latch it, and you're at least there.
I have in my inventory that I have my switchblade, and I also have a pocket knife.
Okay.
So I would like to, if there's a latch, I would like to shove my pocket knife through the hole of the latch like a bar, so that it's a little harder for something to get it from underneath.
Nice.
I like that. Okay, so you kind of wedge that in there to keep that door down. 2 things you guys notice before I hop back over. Zacharias, as you're standing up to your feet, you can see that someone underneath the bleachers is standing up to their feet with you, and it's Melissa. She looks completely startled by whatever the half of this was, but she's sitting in Logan's spot.
Okay.
So you're standing up and she's standing up, and you guys both have that alarmed look on your face. Dee, as you're wedging that blade in there, you can hear that soft suckling sound subside, and you hear Mrs. Palmer's voice, and it says, "Dee, is Logan at your house right now?"
Oh my God!
And we're gonna cut over to the other table. Bucho's face is giving me all the life that I need today. Rappin', Rob, and Steph, we've backed away from the lockers, and I heard that we were going to try to go find the other 2.
Yep.
Right.
I think we were heading towards the gym because that's where we knew they were going.
Okay.
Under the bleachers, right?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. So, am I okay just to wrap you guys back together?
Oh, yeah.
Clean? Okay, clean break. So we're just going to, the door latches. Dee, you hear that voice followed by more sucking sounds. And you 2, Steph and Rob, arrive to this scene. So it's the 4 of you plus Melissa currently under the bleachers, and then 2 kids in the corner. They're like making out, they're sucking each other's faces so hard they're not even aware that anything else is happening.
So there's full access otherwise, like behind the
just to
bleachers.
get
So
under
you just go
bleachers.
around them. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. You guys just came up from underneath.
So let's say that we have corroborated stories.
Okay.
We've told each other about our experiences. So I'm going to look at Melissa. So we found Melissa on the way there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Melissa, we have a couple of things that are happening right now. There was some weird banging in Logan's locker that we can't explain. Steph heard it as well. That was super weird. Zacharias and Dee, they clearly experienced something.
Yeah.
And then we've got these weird books from Logan's locker about Albanian folklore and whatnot, and you're the only Albanian we know. Like, Does any of this make sense to you at all?
What did the sheriff want to talk to you about? Because I saw you looking at us. I saw you look right at us.
One thing, without any type of psychological or psychology or whatever role, Melissa can't make eye contact with you at all. Rob, I mean, at all. She can't even get like the nose or chin or feet thing. She can't, like, you're talking to her and she hears you, but she's looking at everyone else. She can't look at you at all.
Okay.
She's going to say to Dee Dee, just to kind of answer in kind, she goes, yeah, do you believe in vampires?
I don't disbelieve in vampires. I've never seen one to my knowledge, but I just saw a weird thing that made a sucking noise and spoke in Logan's mom's voice. So try me.
Okay, so Logan approached me a couple of weeks ago because he thinks he thought his dad had an encounter with a vampire. But it wasn't a vampire like you Americans would know in American media, with like the crosses and the well, and she looks like she's uncomfortable with trying to engage with that comment. In Albanian folklore, they have a different name. It's the Lugat. Lugats are the hybrid child of a Dhampir and another creature called a Kukuth. The Kukuth are undead creatures who typically move around the earth from December to January looking to mate. They are laden in chains and they effuse a deadly breath. And a Dhampir is more of a ancient elevated form of vampire. And as she's talking, you can tell that she's like, are they with me? Are they judging me?
Sorry, did you say chains?
Rob hears the one word.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in character, by the way. You get no response. Yeah. It's this.
Okay.
Well, I mean, vampires are real. We know that.
I would say that because Dee Dee used to be in the preppier, that, and she has those skills to some degree, I'd say she kind of reaches out like a hand, at least to her, because to kind of do that, you are part of us. Kind of like when two girlfriends link hands to go to the bathroom and there's like, I got you, babe. She kind of does that link with the fingers. She doesn't force it, but she kind of puts it out there and just says, go on. We're listening.
She'll take your hand and actually intertwine her fingers. And again, she can't look at Bucho's direction for nothing in the world. And she says, I think his family's been changed.
Changed. Everyone.
I grip her hands, not hard, but a scotch tighter, because I know what I'm gonna say might freak her out. But I'm going to say to her, what would you say if I said the phrase, we have to go to the water now? Is there a significance with your creature that you're speaking of and water?
She nods and she says, yeah, the Lugat versus your typical vampire that sleeps in coffins or the dirt. The Lugat sleep in water. You can usually find them in, well, according to folklore, wells, streams, creeks, and things of that nature. They don't like the light. And she stops and looks up. Yes?
Lockers?
If they're wet, I guess.
I'm gonna ask Rap and Rob for the jacket and up and show the books. Like, this is what we found in Logan's locker, and it was like totally wet.
They're all just completely soaked through. Everything is soaked.
Listen, the entire basement of this school is a lake right now. You want to talk about water?
About 2 inches.
Yeah.
They're here. They're
And-
here. And she immediately like picks up her backpack and she is getting ready to full rabbit.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Because I still had her hand, I'm gonna try to grab her and say, "Okay, we're locked in. We're locked in. You know that. Calm down. You're with us. Okay. We're with you, but calm down. They're not gonna believe you. We're locked in. Calm. I'm just gonna try to calm her.
Okay. I like this. I feel like that's
And I'm
gonna
gonna-
require a roll though. Doesn't it feel like a roll?
No, fair enough.
Yeah, it's
And
not
I
like-
want to add in, like, after Dee Dee has said this, I want to look at her, and even though she's been ignoring me the whole time, I'm gonna be like, we have a way out. So if you can help us, you can come with us
Oh. Okay.
and see if she responds to that.
That's a carrot.
That is dope. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, Dee Dee, you're going to be rolling a persuasion. This is going to be a D20 plus your persuasion if you have it, plus your charisma modifier. I'm going to allow you to roll with advantage, which is something the system does allow you to do. So you can roll 2D20 and take the higher result. And then
That is
another
good to
thing-
know because
Yep.
I have no persuasion and I have no charisma.
2D20,
But
baby.
My ranks are more intimidate, but I didn't feel like Dee Dee wouldn't try to intimidate her at this moment.
Nope.
So good to have an advantage. That is an 18.
Thank
It
you
was
so
an
much,
8 and an
Bucho, for that.
18. Thank
Oh.
you, Rob.
Oh, and then also, here's a rule that I totally forgot. So on your character sheets, you know how you guys have something that's called survival,
Mhm.
SUV? That is
Yeah.
a number of times that you can totally re-roll your D20 again. You can just re-roll it.
Mm.
Oh, it's a resource.
It's a resource, yeah. So
Oh,
sorry for
wow.
not giving that to you before, but you're probably
No,
gonna need
that's
it.
we'll probably need it more now than we would have
Yep.
before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah, that's the survival. I was looking at anyways, first time running the game, but you can see it's pretty smooth, guys. Okay.
that's cool. So we just mark those off like any other thing, like every time we use them.
Yep.
Mhm.
So if you don't like
Mhm.
your roll, roll it again and just mark yourself down.
Is there a
Cool.
limit? Is it a limit to rerolls on a single?
Just
Attempt?
one.
Just one
And
per.
you always have to take the second result if you use a survival.
Yeah,
point.
yeah. Great, cool.
Okay, Dee Dee, she is trying to rabbit. You've got her hand. Rob makes a statement like, hey, we can actually get you out of here, but that requires a little give and take from here. She spins around and she looks at you, Rob, and her eyes drop immediately to the floor as that backpack is swinging in her hand. It's still intertwined with Dee Dee. And Steph, that is when a small leather-bound book flies out of the side pocket of her backpacks and slaps you directly into the knee.
I'll pick it up. What's the title?
So you're gonna think this is weird.
Oh, just this?
Just this.
You're holding this little book. It's leather bound. It has like the water signs going around the edges of it. And you think, what's the title of this book? And that's what runs across the front of the book. What's the title of this book?
Wait, what the fuck?
And hey, what the fuck is what runs across the title of the book again?
Whoa.
Oh, congratulations. This is another backer gift. We can thank Allie from the Old Ways podcast from this one. This gift gets a lot worse, but here's where it starts.
Nice. Thanks, Allie.
Thank you, Allie.
Yes. Thanks,
Uh,
question mark.
Greatest book ever written by Steph Wesley the Third.
By Steph Wesley. Chris, I am at, if you can believe it, my max input capture volume right now. I literally can't adjust my settings to go any louder than I am now, which is weird.
Maybe you just need to get real close to the mic.
I mean, I can eat the mic for the rest of the game. I can do that. We can be here. That's fine. We can be here.
I'm gonna just hold the book up to all right, well, to Melissa. Well, this is one thing that Steph can do. I mean, he's a bit of he can be a charmer. He can be a little charismatic. So I'm gonna first off.
Oh, the glasses came off.
That's where his power is.
Oh my God.
Myself and was Anyway, I'm gonna say to Melissa, look, I know. I'm gonna like take her hand, be like, look, I know this is scary, but we're all in this together. And I think you can help us and we can help you as well. So what is really going on?
You're looking her in her eyes, and her eyes are almost glossing over with just, super hot guy directly in her face. Like
Of
this is
course.
coming in with just charisma and compassion. And her eyes flutter down to the book, and they flutter back up to you. And what the book says on the cover is, I don't actually give a fuck about you. I just need information.
Damn.
It is literally reading your thoughts and putting it onto this book. Because I'm assuming that's what your character is actually thinking.
I don't know if he would. I mean, I think he genuinely does think that she can help us,
Yeah.
that we could help her too.
Do you
I mean,
care about her at all?
is she hot?
What kind of car does she drive?
What's her credit score?
Uh,
She apparently has a 16 charisma, so yeah, she's pretty hot.
then yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, I think she's pretty hot. Like, and I think she can help us get us out of this. So,
So
better than having to like ask for help from some, uggo.
what does the title of the
God.
book say? I actually don't give a damn about you. Oh wait, never mind. You're hot. Your boobs are cool. Yeah, like because what the book is
I
going to
think
do is
I
take
think
your
the
actual
title of
thoughts
the
and put
book-
them down.
I think the title of the book is
I'm shallow
hey,
and superficial.
we need your help. We need your help. And hey, you're actually pretty hot.
So she
No,
looks
I
down.
think he definitely listen, I mean, yeah, of course he wants to get out of here or whatever, but he's
Yeah.
also freaked out, and like he does want her help, but he also thinks like, well, yeah, I mean, tit for tat.
Okay. So she's looking down at this book, and she reads it, and she looks up to you. She's going to disconnect her hand from Dee Dee, and she's just going to thumb her finger into a page in the book, and she's going to do the thing where she's just going to like force it open.
Mm-hmm.
And there on a completed page, you hear the following voice. This would be all of you in your heads. It looks like somebody had been inscribing into this journal prior. And the voice says, this is a voice you've never heard before, I long to mate. I can taste the sweet nectar of her breasts.
Oh.
She is risen, and she awaits me. I can sense her, but I cannot find her. Her chains rattle in sorrow for the undeserved death that she suffered at the hands of a mortal human who could never love her. She rattles her chains day and night. I can sense them, I can hear them, but I cannot find her. She is being kept from me. Her lungs are filled with the water of the lake. I sleep there in hopes that she can one day return to me. I can just barely smell her name on the air. Bucho, what's your
Well,
mom's
Rob
name?
is shook. Rob is shook. Yeah.
Hold on, I have to get to the damn character. Diana.
Yeah.
Diana. Her breath spills with sweet rotten decay, so decadent, so sweet, and yet someone is keeping me from her. And I need you to roll me a terror check over there, Rob. And Melissa, again, cannot look to you.
Okay. Roll a 5.
Hmm.
You rolled a 5 on your courage check or your terror check?
Yeah, on the tarot check.
Wow, that's a beautiful fail. Don't roll me a d6, please.
Jesus. Rob's gonna die.
For sure.
That's a 6.
You are going to scream loudly like a little kid for the next 30 seconds, lose all your actions. But before I give you narrative on this one, I am going to tee up my last backer gift for you. So really don't blame me. Blame the Symphony backers. They did this
Yeah,
shit.
no, it's blessings on blessings on blessings for sure.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
He wanted to remain anonymous, and I forgot to screenshot it, so apologies for the delay. I just need to hop into my Discord thing, and I'm pulling here, and this is what he wants. My gift is a memory that gives a clue about something that happened, something the character saw that meant nothing at the time, but they realized its major significance later. Bucho, Rob, you're already getting plenty of this. The chains rattling in your basement.
Yep.
Your dad, is he really working out down there? Or is she down there? And you think about the times that, your father has come in first thing in the morning soaking wet and smelling of like standing water as he was preparing breakfast for you, and it was just so gag-titious you couldn't even stay in the kitchen, and you're immediately going like, he said he went out for a run, but that's not sweat. He smells like he just came out of water. He smells like death. You have another moment where he knocked on your door and he asked like, did you want to talk about Logan's disappearance? And when his fingers opened the door, you noticed that there were these deep inset dirt in his fingernails, like he had been digging, or he'd been in mud, or he had been clawing through something. And just as all of this voice is bouncing around in your head, all of these memories are coming back to you fast, and beyond a shadow of a doubt that somehow your dead mother has been pulled out of her grave, is strapped in chains, and is in your basement right now.
Oh.
And now I'm screaming.
And now you're screaming.
I think Rob would grab the sides of his fishing hat, because that's literally what this is, this bucket hat. I think he would grab it, and I think he would fall to his knees and just like scream into the ground. I think he would kind of ball himself up and just like scream into the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you doing? As Melissa just watches him scream, and she can't make even contact with his body right now, so she's looking away.
So what is this, just like some sort of primal wail? Are you sobbing?
Yeah. It is a primal wail for sure.
Oh man.
Dude,
He's starting to turn.
what's going on?
Kill him!
Dude, what's going on?
Does this attract the attention of anybody else in the gym?
So you've got that loud music playing in the background
Okay.
right now from the band that's playing. The two people who were making out are going to be like, let me get up and leave from here. And there are a couple people who are going to be like on the bleachers, who are going to be like looking down at like, what the fuck is going on down there? So yeah, you've got attention. You just don't have the entire gym's attention.
Okay, good. When the screaming subsides, like my body will unclench and I'll come back to reality. I think my father has done something very weird and potentially dangerous. And I feel like we might have answers at my house, as weird as that may sound. I think my father is somehow involved. And I've been going this whole time thinking that he had nothing to do with my mother's death. But everything I'm hearing seems to point in the direction of him being involved.
Oh no.
And when Rob is having this revelation, Dee Dee wants to look at Melissa and see what Melissa, if she's responding, if she's flinching, I feel like we all noticed that she wasn't making eye contact with Rob.
Yeah.
So I want to track her response to what he's saying. Is she surprised, or did she know?
She knew. I mean, there's no role. She knew. She knew to the point that she's exuding nothing but this weird combination of shame and empathy. She just can't reach out until she can't connect. And you asking that question, Dee Dee, gives you the immediate aha moment. Logan knew. And that's why he didn't tell you guys.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Logan didn't want to hurt Rob, or at least wanted to resolve it without that's That's why he's been so secretive. That's why he's been hanging out with a girl you guys didn't know. That's why he's been asking for secret tests. That's why he hasn't been communicating, because he knew and he didn't want to lose a friend.
Oh, that's painful.
I think Rob's just going to sit on the ground. Like it's a deluge of information that's all hitting him, and like all of his preconceived notions and previous realities are now getting shattered. God, I'm so glad I didn't try to wrap this.
Yeah.
Let the church say yes.
Yes, thank the stars.
I'd be deathly illin.
My mama's in the basement.
What more can I say? We chillin'. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of it. I'm gonna kind of zone out and just think about how this is all compounding into really terrible shit right now.
And just to compound it a little bit more, there's a break in the music where the band, kind of stops. Melissa is looking to you, Dee Dee, and she's looking over at Zacharias, and then she kind of just, momentarily has a dreamy look that she throws over towards Steph. And Steph, you hear it. You just can't believe that you hear it, but you do hear it, and you hear some kid on the bleacher above you go, "What the fuck? Isn't that missing kid's mom?" And then suddenly there's a sea of screams that erupts through the entire gymnasium that you all hear. I'm going to need to put us in initiative, please. This is my team versus your team. So you're going to roll a d6 and add your dexterity modifier. But any of you guys can roll. So if you want to cheat it, you can be like, who has the highest dex, and I'll roll.
I got a +2.
Yeah, I only have a +1. So
my dex is 10, yeah.
Mine's 13.
D6 is the only die I don't have in front of me, so.
Nope, you're good. With a 13, you're at a +1. Rap and Rob, it's you and me against initiative, baby.
All right.
So roll a d6 plus your 2.
God, I got a 3.
Oh shit, I got a 4. I rolled a 2, and my dex on this one is a 4-2. So screaming erupts all through the gymnasium. There's a combination sound of instruments hitting the floor, kids squealing and screaming, feet on the pavement, and more of that
Oh, I hate it.
sucking sound. And then, you're under the bleacher, so you have those like little gaps. There's a shadow of something that just runs right past your field of view before something very heavy drops on the bleachers above you, and blood starts trickling down on top of all of you. Melissa screams. Your guys' initiative.
I'm gonna look at Zacharias and go, I think we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, this is not stay and fight. But wait, are we gonna get a lot of chewed up classmates here?
Almost certainly.
But can we really stop that at this moment?
That is a great question. Intelligence check across the board.
Okay, yeah.
Zacharias, you get a bonus die.
Oh, great. I rolled a 1.
But you get a bonus.
I get a bonus anyway.
You get a bonus.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why. Yep. Roll it again.
It means the second roll without. Oh, I swear to God, it's a 20.
I got a 20.
Awesome. Awesome, because I got a 4, so I don't know.
I got a 19.
Yes. Okay.
I got a nat 20.
Holy
Are you kidding?
shit.
No, I'm not.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Crushing it.
Amazing.
Crushing it.
That
Okay.
is awesome.
Okay. All of my nat 20 and 19 people, I'm just going to throw you guys all together. Sorry for diminishing the nat 20s, but information is information with a 19. We're here. Dee Dee, you go, is there anything we can do to stop it? And Keeper Chad, you look up and you look around you, and you know that the lights are dimmed here in the gymnasium because it's a dance.
Yeah.
So there's very limited luminosity happening here. If you can get the lights on somehow, you might be cooking with grease. Steph, you're going through everything that Melissa just told you, everything that the book in your hand that's still reading your thoughts is going through, and you're thinking about that wet, damp locker, and you come to it's like, you know what? Lights. We need lights. We need lights. We need lights. We need fire. We need something that's not dark. Something that's something that's not underneath these goddamn bleachers. And
Yes.
And then over there with Rappin' Rob. The damn transition took so long I couldn't think of the character's name. Rappin' Rob, with your 19, you're thinking, is there anything we can do to help? Is there anything we can do to help? And the one thing you know beyond a shadow of a doubt, whatever this creature is, wants your mom. You can do with that what you want. It wants to mate with your mom.
Oh man.
It wants to mate with my mom, but I also have an ability that when I can distract enemies by dancing.
You damn sure can. And mom's at home, right?
Mom's
Wait
at
a-
home, so if I can stay here and distract them here, keep her safe, we're good.
Is undead mom safe? Is that what you really want to do? I mean, you have options. But anyways, it's your initiative.
It's a lot right now.
It's a
I
lot
don't
to
know.
process.
I don't know.
Unpack
Is
when
this-
you can.
Is this a dance off? Is this going to be a dance off against a monster?
I guess
Oh,
so.
we're going. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is-
It's over with.
Okay.
yeah.
What would
The
you guys like to do?
dirtiest of dancing.
Yeah.
The dirtiest of dancing.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna tell the crew, it's like, I think I'm going to go distract whatever this is. You guys get the hell out.
Well, we're gonna turn the lights on. We're staying and we're gonna turn the. I'm staying and I'm gonna turn the lights on.
Yeah, I mean, my parents paid for like top of the line lights in here.
Of course they did.
Like
They're AEP donors.
fucking Boss halogen. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Not those slow ones either that take like 5 minutes to turn on.
no, because it's like you got to be able to see
Mm-hmm.
when you're playing ball, right?
Yeah.
You do.
I can't believe this is a conversation. Tim.
I'm gonna run out there and my sole purpose is to go to an area that allows them to leave. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Oh yeah, baby, I'm here. Listen, we've gamed together enough. We're fluent. We're
Yeah,
fluent.
you know what I'm doing.
I'm with you. I'm just curious. Are you crawling out from between the bleachers, or are you running all the way out and around? I'm just curious.
I would say that I would run all the way out and around.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are running all the way out and around, and something is trailing you at the top of the bleachers on the upper side as you're running through, and you don't get the impression that it's a monster or a creature. It feels like something is being dragged above you that's keeping pace with you. So by the time you break out from the bottom of the bleachers, a body, just 16-year-old kid, just falls over you, and you just narrowly miss it as this kid's body hits the ground and it's being swept in the same direction that you're running. The kid's entire face is completely covered by something that has a suction cup over its face, and it's undulating. And you can see like blood running down the side of this kid's face, but other than that, it's like, frantically clawing at nothing, and this thing is just shaking it around like a rag doll as you run out.
Rob is very seriously reconsidering his options now. Perhaps this was not a great decision, but I think he still thinks the distraction is going to work. So he's going to run out into the open where there's at least some kind of open flooring and face whatever the fuck this is. And he's going to assume that, like, if he can get spinning fast enough, he could probably use his legs to kick anything that tries to grab a hold of him.
Okay.
Because
Come
he is a
on.
break dancer.
He is a break
Yeah.
dancer. Okay.
That's his best skill.
Yep.
Standing in the middle of this.
He's creating capoeira right now. That's what he's doing.
Standing in the middle of this freshly painted Native American warrior mascot thing in the middle of the gym.
Yeah.
You see, well, from the neck down, you see Mrs. Palmer. You recognize her body. And she is wearing the same apron that she would wear at Gully's. And her palms are up and they're outstretched, and it looks like she's like shouting or praying or something into the air. But you can't really say that because she doesn't have a face any longer. It's just like one smooth flap of like skin with this huge maw that opens out vertically with just a bouquet of tentacles that are just spilling out of the mouth. And they are snatching up kids. One kid goes through like the drum set. Another kid is like trying to claw under the bleachers and is pulling him out. I mean, it's literally a full massacre as her eyeless, skinned over face is like pointed to the air, and kids are flying and tentacles are flying. Another body goes flying past you, but the second you hit the ground, Rappin' Rob, that face turns and looks directly at you, and all tentacles drop.
Wow.
15
The
bodies,
power.
bam, onto the floor, and it's looking dead at you. And you hear a voice.
Rappin' Rob, Rappin' Rob, Rappin' Rob, Rappin' Rob, Rappin' Rob. I dance hot fire.
Yes, the fuck you do. Okay,
Right.
okay. Before we get there, you know I want a terror check.
Yeah.
Lord. Oh my God.
Thank God you got survival points.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's just this cute little
Oh,
bumblebee.
it's
Yeah.
so good.
Oh.
15 bodies hit the floor as you're just looking at a bouquet of tentacles spilling out of whatever her face is. You hear a voice in your head, and it says, Rob, is Logan at your house right now? And she starts moving in on you. Go ahead and give me that break dance.
Oh man. Okay, so I've got the ability, but it doesn't have any kind of a roll to it. So would I use my athletics or my oh no, there's the dancing right there.
I was going to say, you should have dancing on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
Definitely use your dancing skills.
Yeah. 15.
Ooh, okay. Hold on. Let me see if that is enough for her. So when you roll courage or whatever the other one is, the one not supernatural, there's a stat when you're rolling for terror, the creatures actually have a terror score that you have to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Basically what I'm doing is stalling time where I can pull up the sheet that I stole this creature off of. That's
Little
what I'm really
exposition, little systems discussion.
Hey,
I'm
guys, if you
dancing,
don't
I'm
know
kicking
more.
my legs out. I try to
Yeah.
spin on my head a little bit and then
There
go
we
back
go.
down to the legs kicking out.
Yeah.
Holy shit, 15?
Yeah.
15 is enough for her. It's not for the boss, but it is for her.
Nice.
Yes.
What do you
Take
mean
narrative.
the boss? What do you
Huh?
mean for the boss?
What you say, baby? You look so good today. God, you look good. I could lick that paint off your face. You're so sexy. Go ahead and give me narrative here. Rappin' Rob, what's this look like?
He looks like a whirling dervish, and he is just
Ooh.
spinning and spinning and spinning, and he's trying to think about he's thinking about the track that he and Logan first bonded over, because Logan was a rocker and clearly I'm a rapper, and this was perfect because it came out last year.
Okay.
It's Aerosmith and Run DMC's Walk This Way.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's what's going on in his head while he's dance fighting.
Oh, I love it so much. So she's moving in on you, but just with that roll, you can tell that she's staggering, or that she's not looking at you, but she's facing you. And you do notice that as you're dancing and she's coming in on you, she's starting to get resistance from her mouth that's pulling her in opposite direction, because certain kids with this distraction are able to stand up and start trying to pull whatever this thing she has on them off of their face, and it's slowing her down and it's distracting her, and she's still hyper focused on you.
And I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream to my people, just get the fuck out, run, whatever this is, just run.
Yeah. We're not gonna leave you alone.
Still
You
your
said
guys' initiative. What are y'all doing?
I'm running to lights. I think I feel like I know the building pretty well. So wherever those are.
Okay. You run out when you see Mrs. Palmer in her full glory. I need a terror check, please.
Oh yes, I do.
Oh yeah.
And this is one. So this is courage. It's a courage roll, right?
This is a terror roll. So you're hold on really fast. Terror check against them must attempt a terror check DC. So it's just a D20.
Oh, I just got a 1. So
Okay.
can I spend on that or not?
Yep. Burn your survival to re-roll it.
I'm gonna burn a survival.
Okay.
12 now.
Okay. Ooh, 12 is not going to be enough as you make a fast break for the lights. Her DC is a 15. Roll me a D6,
Okay.
please.
Oh damn. Okay. Let me do some. Okay, I got a D12. Here we go.
Oh, there we go. Some math.
Yeah. That is a 1.
Oh, so you're running for the lights. And you come face to face with one of these kids that has this thing stuck on his face, and you're
Yeah.
looking and you're looking and Rob is breakdancing, and you have to run away full speed, and you are terrified for the next 30 seconds, basically the next round.
Okay, so I'm sprinting away from the
You're
fight.
sprinting away from the fight and away from the lights.
Yeah, down the hall. Forgot myself.
Yeah. You sprint out and down the hall. There is a mass congregation of people beating on the glass and trying to pull those chains down. It looks like whomever was guarding that door has been stampeded and trampled. As you just have this group of people, trying to break the glass and get out through the wire. And Zacharias, you're like, okay, so I can't get out that way because that is an ambush. It'll kill me. And you turn to your left, and standing at Logan's locker, you can see his shoulders down, and the locker door is covering his face. We're gonna skip.
He's in the locker.
He's looking in the locker right now. You can't see his face because that damn door is right here. But you know that he's standing at his locker. Let's go to Dee Dee or Steph.
Oh my God.
What are you guys doing?
Well, I didn't get the intelligence check, but I feel like Moon said the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I was there. Once he said that, I was there when he had the light.
Yeah,
around.
I'm going for the lights. Yep.
So when I see that I was probably heading out with him, and I feel like I gently pushed Melissa to Steph.
Okay.
Because she was with us. And I will run to the lights as well, because I've turned the lights off on people before. I probably got in trouble for turning the lights off on an assembly or something.
I love it.
So I'm going to run toward the lights as well.
Okay. The second you hit it, I need that terror check, please, because Miss Palmer is out there.
That's an 11, which I know will not be enough. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to spend.
Burn a survival point. There we go.
That is an 18.
Woo! I am going to say mechanically, I like how it's just a raw check. There's no burning luck. There's no modifier. It's just whatever you rolled is what you're about to eat in this moment. I like that mechanic here. Sorry for the interruption. Okay. You are able to jump past Sally Peters, who's being like swung on the floor like a rag dog. You're able to leap over here, dodge over another kid that's being lifted off his feet as Mrs. Palmer is focused on Rappin' Rob, and you're able to get to those, those barred light switches where you can go ahead and jam those bad boys up.
That is what I will. If I have enough movement to do so on this round, I will do that.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. You're just a quick sprint across the gym and you hit those lights, full fluorescent. Actually, do you want to describe what the lights look like and how she responds, being that your parents put the lights in?
Yes, Steph, tell us more about these lights.
You can't kill her, but she is going to flee.
Well, they're just super bright lights. I was actually just thinking, what song is playing as Rappin' Rob is because I'm assuming, right, it was a dance. I'm assuming the music might still be going on.
It cut off as soon as some kid was like, hey, isn't that dead kid's mom?
Record scratch.
You spin right around, or something like that. Anyway, listen, they're just like super bright lights, just flooding every bit of the gym. Okay. And yeah.
Okay, how does Mrs. Palmer react? I'll give you narrative on this one. You can't kill her; she can flee. But what does this look like? What does she do to the kids that she's sucking on? What does this look like?
That's to you, Tim.
Oh, it's to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your parents' lights put it in. It was too easy.
I'm gonna say immediately the tentacles just kind of retract, almost like if you have like a metal tape measure and you hit the button, it goes.
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's kind of
sucking in spaghetti.
Yeah, and she's sort of like almost bowled over in a bit, so she's almost kind of like staggering out, but quickly, trying to get away.
Okay. Is that everyone on your turn? Yeah.
Everyone's gone. Yeah.
My turn. Let's see how baby girl is doing here. So 15. Damn, the dice is hot. It wasn't last Monday. Mrs. Palmer is going to wind up staggering out of the gym, slow, mold over. And again, she's wearing her apron from Gully's, and her face is just this smooth glob of like melted wax, fleshy thing with this incision running down the center where that bouquet opens up from. And she staggers out of the gymnasium, and she manages to shut the doors behind her, which is going to wind up putting her right behind you, Zacharias Moonblood, but that's all she can do for this particular round. The locker shuts. The lock spins again, and Logan looks directly at you, Zacharias. So you're pinned right now between Mom and Logan. Welcome to the family. And he looks to you, eyeless again, just a melting, fleshy face with the one incision running down. And you hear a voice in your head, and he says, "What is something endearing that he always said to you when you guys were hanging out beneath the lockers there, or beneath the bleachers?" Which is just a phrase he always said to you. They get stuck with one thing that they say on repeat.
Did you just ask me? Was
Yeah,
that
that's you.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
you're okay.
I'm so
You're okay.
sorry.
You're okay. You're okay.
I missed the. Oh,
Yeah. What's a phrase or a comment or a joke? What's something he always says to you that you can just run it?
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. All I have in my head is what's the Last Boys quote?
Oh, I like that.
Thou shalt not fall. Is that what's the?
Oh, that's the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not fall.
Thou shalt not fall. Let's do
Oh,
that. Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hear Logan's voice. It's the first time you've heard it in 6 days now. And it says to you in the deep recesses of your subconscious and the echoes of your memory, thou shalt not fall. And he rushes at you fast. 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 I am going to go ahead and roll my attack. Oh, shit, babe. Chad, it was so nice having you on the stream. It might not be that bad, guys. It's okay. It's okay. I just need to find what page is critical injury.
That's not a question.
That's a good line. That's a good line. Yeah.
Hold on.
That song was "Cry Little Sister." That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cry Little Sister. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, my love. I am going to assume that a 22 is going to hit your AC.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Yeah.
We're okay. Let's see how
I
we
am
do.
wearing pancake makeup. I don't know if that helps.
Oh, didn't we establish before that it doesn't taste good?
Yes, it does not.
You know what? I'm gonna show you some love for that one. I'm gonna roll with a disadvantage die myself. How about that?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because as this tentacle jumps out of his mouth and goes to just suck on your face, it's gonna wind
Yeah.
up getting repelled by the taste of that goddamn
Oh,
makeup.
yeah.
So
Good
let's
one.
see if he can fight through it. Holy shit! I rolled a 2.
Oh,
So a tentacle goes shooting out of Logan's mouth, single one, and it goes splat directly on your face. Babe, when this thing connects to your face, you can feel like little barbs being injected on the sides of your face as if it's fitting itself where it can be comfortable. You can feel those that puncture. You can feel a vacuum almost turn on where you can like actually just kind of like feel everything inside of you rising, and then suddenly you see water everywhere. Beautiful water, ocean waves, babbling brooks, and it's all surrounded by this just melodic sound of chains rattling, and then there's like this tremble and this rejection, and then this thing just spits your face back out and you go tumbling backwards.
Oh, God.
It's your guys' turn.
Great. Wow. Yeah.
Bucho's
was-
face is literally my life. All right, your guys' round.
I'm assuming I'm still dancing, except if the tentacles have
Yeah, remember she
gone
left.
back.
The lights
Oh,
came
she
on and she's
left.
gone. Yeah, she had to flee.
Cool, because I was getting a little dizzy, to be honest with you.
Ooh. You stopped her from killing 15 kids, so.
That's great. If if they're still there, which I hope they're not, I'm going to usher them out. And would I know which direction she would have gone?
Yeah, you saw her. You saw her flee out and close the gymnasium doors behind her.
Okay. Then I would shoo everybody else the opposite direction, and I would try to follow her. Yeah.
Okay. Kids are coming too. They're vomiting water and some other weird liquid that's mixed in with the water that you can't. They've all got like weird scars or tears on their face, but they're standing up and they're trying to run the opposite direction. And you are able to open the doors, and you walk into that scene I just described. You've got poor Zacharias cornered between Logan and his mom.
Jesus. And things are just bad. Like, I know that it's not really Logan and it's not really his mom, right?
No. I mean, they are from the throat down.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I'm my rogue character in my D&D game, and I'm gonna go take a running jump at his mom.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to jump on her back and just like choke the life out of her.
Oh, I like that. That sounds like a melee attack. I believe melee is melee is a stat on your sheet.
Yes, it is. Oh, God. That's a big old 5.
Oh, you want to burn a survival point to roll it again?
I absolutely do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Jesus. It's a 5.
Oh,
again.
Okay. You were determined for the 5. So, no, you make contact with her. Why is her skin slippery? Why is her skin rubbery? Why is it? So you grab onto her and you just slide off of it. And you can notice that incision opens just a little bit and something starts peeking out.
I'm still slickery, so I guess if that's going to be the thing, I'm going to try and dance again, because it clearly worked before. So that's what I'll do here now.
Okay. Well, you made an attack this round. You'll be able to dance next round.
Yeah.
Yep. Zacharias, Dee, and Steph.
Oh my God. So I've got my wits about me. I'm okay.
You're okay.
Do I know where there's a broom closet, tool closet?
Oh yeah, right here by the gymnasium. You're good. You've got a couple maintenance closets to you. Yep.
Great. We're gonna go run for just to look for what tools I'm looking for. Crowbar would be most awesome.
Yeah.
If not that, then a broom handle, something, a lever.
I'll give you that. Just no effort required.
Fantastic. Okay, crowbar. I'm going to try to crowd surf to the front. Yeah, because that would be the right scene, to the door, to the chain door.
Guys.
Yep. So I'm going to just dive on top, basically stage dive on top. Hope to hell that people in panic still know how to crowd surf somebody safely.
What's your crowd surfing skill?
This is
I'm gonna
the
call
most
that
80s thing ever.
Charisma. Yeah.
So done. Roll it.
Boom. I don't know what to roll, what I'm rolling against, but I'm just gonna roll the D20.
Yep, roll and add your charisma.
Dance fighting.
I swear to God.
Crowd surfing.
I swear to God, it's a natural 20. I wish there was like a camera on it.
Listen, Chad, if nothing else in my life, I know your integrity as a person.
Yeah.
I know your integrity as a person. I know it for miles long. Your dice are going to fuck with you someday later, though.
Yes.
Give me narrative. Give me narrative of the crowd surf, because that will successfully get you to the front.
Yeah. Well, they're in a panic, and but I start to rise, like kind of arms out like this. And I look to my side, and I kind of give a nod, like everybody understands what's about to happen next. I dive onto the top. And people just sort of shuffle me forward, inchworm over the top of the crowd, and I've got the crowbar, and I go to the front of the crush, and I wedge myself down in there, and I put one of those things inside of a link. And I just put my Doc Marten against the door and pry.
Oh my God, this is so dope. Okay, last thing I'm gonna need is a strength check from you. This would be a D20 plus your strength modifier, and then as you're doing this and you're connecting and you're starting to pull, and you just got crowd surfed by all the assholes at J-Town High. That's definitely gonna be
Right?
the highlight of my life today. You notice that 2 headlights turn on from the outside that are shining directly in at you, like it blinds you for a second as you're attempting to crowbar these door opens.
Interesting. Okay. And there's kind of like they're using a filter, polarized filter, so it goes out like the Christine shot. So listen, everyone knows that goths are wicked strong.
So strong.
I got a 7, which is a -1 modifier.
Good for you. You want to
I
use
roll a
those?
5, which makes it a 4. I'm gonna use that sir
Yep, use that, sir.
survival. And it's now a 7 -1, which is 6.
But that's okay. That's okay. Maybe next round.
I'm gonna look to, I'm gonna look for help. That's what I'm doing. Is like look left and right, like look for a jock we can join together and defeat this.
So good news. There's a jock directly next to you.
Yeah.
Billy Holiday. He's right there next to you. He's on the
Billy
wrestling team.
Holiday is his name.
Billy Holiday is right
Awesome.
there next to you. You can
I love
mobilize
that.
him next round. The
I
bad
love
news is the reason that you're having a hard time opening that door is because you're stepping over Mrs. Weatherspoon's corpse right now. So it's kind of hard to be on top of her corpse while you're trying to pry that door from where she was trampled before. I wasn't going to let you forget about that body up there.
Yeah, you're
Dee
right.
Dee and Steph, what are you guys doing this round?
So I guess I'm still in the gym, right? So
Yeah.
I don't even know that Chad's, doing this crowd surfing thing.
Nope.
I guess my first thought would be I want to find a teacher that might have the key to the the locks.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
That is a dope idea.
So is there like any chaperone teacher around, live, dead, whatever?
Yeah, no, yeah,
Nice.
you do a quick glance around the room, and that body that I told you like got thrown on top of the bleachers and was bleeding down. That's Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith is the AP calculus teacher, and Mr. Smith has a ring of keys on his side. He's
I'm
big dead.
gonna go grab that ring of keys
Okay.
and head towards whatever the exits, or whatever.
Yeah, you've got a couple. You can go to the one that's completely crowded right now that Zachariah Moonblood is in the front, or Rappin' Rob sent a bunch of kids to another exit that's also chained up. You can follow them and hit that door. Either one.
I'm gonna go to the one Rob sent those kids to.
Okay.
Just because the other one looks like too much of a shit show. I don't know if I'll be able to even get through that crowd.
Okay, I love it. You run out of the back of the gymnasium to the exterior hallway. This is actually going to be just to the left of the bridge that Bucho had described before. And you hang a left, and a body just goes soaring right past you with one of those tentacles stuck over its face, as you can see Mr. Palmer on the other side of this hallway. And you've got kids beating at the glass and pulling at the chains, but you are at the door with the key.
I'm gonna yell, I got the key.
Okay, that starts to echo panically around, and you actually kind of get like the opposite of the cool moon thing. You get like the red carpet treatment, where the kids just Moses the fuck out of the way.
Yeah. Doing it anyway.
Yeah, they should be doing it anyways, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess I'm gonna start trying keys.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long, babe. You start trying keys, and you catch one that undoes a bolt lock, and you can pull, wrangle, and then the doors open in front of you. It is a pitch black night. It is a fresh, cool Tuesday, and the fresh air is hitting you, and kids start spilling out. You are at least out of this damn school.
Well, I'm gonna take that chain, right? That was chained up. And I'm gonna head back in.
Wow.
Oh.
Nice.
Wow. Melissa goes to run by you and she actually grabs you on the wrist and she says, "You're not coming?"
No, I'm not yet. And then I'm gonna grab her and lay a kiss on her, knock her socks off, and I'm gonna say,
Yes, yes,
I'll be back.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
How do you 80s? Oh, so
Straight John Hughes
good.
right there. Straight
So
John Hughes
fucking
energy.
Yeah.
brilliant, Tim. Okay.
Can I do a Jeff? What's his face from Bender
John-
from
Bender. Yeah.
Judd Nelson.
the triumphant
Yes.
fist in the air. That one.
Oh my God, I love it so much. Okay. You have left her shell shocked and wanting more.
Mm,
Dee Dee.
horse. All right. What's Dee Dee doing?
Oh,
I know. I got a kiss. I got a kiss and a crowd surfing. I'm pretty satisfied with my.
If this were a movie, Spandau Ballet's True would be playing as the kiss was happening. That's what would be going on.
Good one. Good
Of course.
soundtrack, Paul.
Yeah.
Dee Dee was at the lights. She's
Yeah.
probably one of the last people in the gym still.
Yep.
Because everyone's dispersed. She saw Moonblood go that way.
Yeah.
Like he was panicked.
Yeah.
She's going after her Moon. I mean, he's her buddy. She's gonna go after him.
Yeah.
So that's where she's gonna head. She's gonna head to that doorway, that hallway.
Okay. You open that door, and as described before, you've got Logan. Oh God, Logan's here. That's not Logan. You've got him on one end of the hallway right outside of his locker. You're standing within like 10 feet of Mrs. Moonblood. And then there's a crowd of people that have just crowd surfed Zacharias. And he's at the front trying to crowbar open the door. It's a busy scene right now.
And I am at the feet of Mrs. Logan's mom.
Mrs. Palmer.
This
Yeah.
is Logan's
Mrs.
mom.
Palmer.
Yeah.
Mrs.
Like
Logan's
I am
mom.
on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. And do they appear like they're getting ready to like attack?
Oh, yeah, for
Rob?
sure. Yeah, they're
Okay.
ready to attack everybody.
I feel like this heartbroken moment, because they're both, from what I'm picturing, they're both kind of converging on Rob. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. They're both converging on Rob. So I had my switchblade out.
You
We had
did.
said that. But I also reach into like the pocket of my jacket, and I have the mixtape that I made for Lucas,
Mm.
and I throw it at him.
Oh, the mixtape.
Like a ninja star.
Yeah.
Mixtape.
To try to get his attention so that Rob isn't doubled up.
Yeah.
The mixtape. You throw it and it spins in the air like slow motion. You can hear certain songs radiating off of it, songs that you were going to share with Logan, memories that you were going to share with Logan, the good times, the laughs. And the cassette tape hits him square in this eyeless, fleshy, melted wax over face. And there is no recognition
Mhm.
whatsoever. Whatever
I look
that
at him and
is
say,
is
"You're not
Logan."
my friend." And
Whoa.
I have the knife out.
Oh,
Those are strong words.
those are. Who are you attacking?
I was trying to see if hitting it, if he would bring his attention to me. So I will move forward and attack him so that he doesn't
Ooh.
go after Rob.
Roll me that melee,
Is that
baby.
melee?
Yeah,
Okay.
that hurts, guys. The mixtape.
Yeah.
+1. That's an 11.
11 will not hit his AC. You can burn
Okay.
a survival point if you want it.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn it.
Okay.
Now that is a 17.
Here we go. Roll that beautiful beam footage. If you don't have Switchblade, I feel good about a D6 plus your strength. If that
It
Switchblade
says
isn't
I
on your
have
character
a
sheet.
switchblade, but I don't see any damage.
That's okay. Do a D6 plus your strength. I feel good about that.
Okay. That's I have no strength, so a 5.
Wow, that's still really good. Where'd you stab him?
I stabbed him right in the liar face. I mean, the tape hit him, and then I just plunge the knife right toward the face.
Okay. You plunge that knife directly into this just eyeless face, and to your surprise, blood doesn't start pouring out, but water starts running out from the inside of his face with more of those like specks that are in it, and that liquid is running down your hands. It's running over your hands, and the head kind of jaggedly turns, and now you have its entire attention.
Yep.
This is the allies' turns, right? Yeah, this is the allies. So Melissa is running after her super epic kiss, and the car outside with the lights that turned on. Zacharias, you can hear somebody helping you on the other side of the door. Those headlights are blaming, but you can hear somebody helping you on the other side of the door. With a 17 with his strength check, that is going to work. We are going to very quickly wind down depending on what happens here, because we've got 10 minutes left from what I promised you guys we would run to. The door swings open as those halogen lights, I don't even know if they had halogen lights in 8s. I don't care. The headlights from the car come flooding down the hallway, which we've already established is going to stun and dispel Mrs. Palmer and Logan. We'll wrap it up in narrative here in a second. But standing in between the headlights, as you look up, Rob, you see your father. And your father is marching something that looks vaguely humanoid, that is dragging, dripping, wet chains all from around it, and has like a plastic bag over its head. And it's pushing this creature forward as kids just race around him and start running out of the building. I'm going to pull us out of initiative with this entire 9 minutes left and just kind of do a shared narrative wind down right now.
I'm going to watch my father bring this body in.
Yeah.
I guess the hallway is also going to be filled with light as well.
Yeah.
So how are Logan and his mother reacting to this?
Yeah, they are going to have to retract all tentacles that they may have, and they have to flee at top speed. So the mother, I'm going to say the mother is probably going to hit to the ceiling and then like drag herself through a vent shaft, and she is gone. Logan, that has this switchblade sticking out of his face, is going to drop down onto a quadruped position and scurry like a roach up and down a locker and around a corner.
Oh, God.
Well, that's definitely unsettling. Well, if they have run out and they've run away, I'm going to stand up and kind of dust myself off, try to like slough off all the nasty fluid.
Yeah.
I imagine it feels like it's got some substance to it, like jelly sort of.
Yeah.
And I guess as my father gets closer, I'm gonna be like, so we may have some things to talk about later after all of this. Right, Dad?
He looks to you and he says, right, son. But right now I need you to get in the car, please.
Oh, boy.
I need to help other people get out of here first.
Robert, please get in the car. And he pulls the bag off of your dead mom's face.
Oh.
This is a undead abomination echo of who your mother once was. That is, flesh is soggy, it's hanging off the bone, her entire jaw is completely missing, eyes are hollowed out, and she's soaking wet, and she's got chains coming out of her face, her nostrils, her hips, her collarbones, everything.
Oof.
Yeah.
Do I need to make a terror roll? Because Bucho is a little terrified of that.
I feel good about a terror roll with 6 minutes to go. Let's do that.
Yeah. All right.
Let's do that. I feel good about that. I actually feel good about a terror roll at disadvantage.
Oh, boy. Well, the first one was 2.
Oh, good for us.
Do worse.
Second one was a 7.
I like this. It was meant to be. D6, please.
6.
You love screaming and running, don't you? Maybe going to the car is a decent idea. Altruism is for a different day.
Okay, maybe Dad's right. I'm gonna scream and just run to the car because
Yeah.
I'm done with the day. Yeah,
You're
the day
done
has
with the
been
day.
too much.
A lot of
You
dancing.
run and scream to the
A
car.
lot of dancing.
A lot of dancing. You run and scream to the car. You go and you jump into his pickup and you close the door and you look into the rearview mirror at the town, and there's something flying above the town that is shutting off lights as it moves. So just like whole city blocks are going don't don't don't
Oh.
don't don't.
Oh shit!
And all the lights go off as this thing crosses in front of your pickup truck, including the damn headlights, and whatever this creature is just flew on the other side of the building, which I think is going to be a great tie-in to let's check in to see what is Steph doing right now. Everyone has left. You are the hero, of course.
I'm checking to see if my friends, I guess, are still
I
in
feel the love.
school, so like I saw Dee Dee running off, like, so like is Dee Dee and Steven and
So you're running to go check in on your friends.
yeah, well,
Then they say
I
you
know
don't
that
have a heart.
I know that Logan would want me to.
Okay. You share that passionate kiss with Melissa, and you turn around and you're about to go Billy Badass back into the building. And you also notice, just from looking at street lights, house lights, building lights, warehouse lights, as lights are just systematically going dun, 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 off. And then standing behind you, you feel a presence that is larger, colder, and denser than anything you've ever experienced in your life. And you can't even turn around to face it because you are looking down the hallway where Mr. Palmer was. And you can see that Mr. Palmer goes onto all fours, opens his incision, vomits out all those tentacles, and is laying prostrate in front of whatever is behind you.
Oh. Well, okay. I'm definitely not gonna turn around. Definitely gonna run away.
Okay.
From this thing. And if that means I have to run by Mr. Palmer or whoever, whatever. I'm running away from this thing.
You're booking it. You run away because you are so far beneath this thing's care level that it doesn't care about you. You are nothing to it. You take that how you will, but you run away. But the one thing you do feel is just a little tug on your right hip. And you'll notice this later in game in the sunset scene that it took its diary back.
Oh.
Dee Dee, what are you doing now in the darkness? And Bucho's mother is there. Bob's mother is there. Logan is gone with your switchblade.
Yeah, Logan is gone. Not Logan.
Not
That
Logan
thing
is
is
gone.
Well, first I'm probably kind of frantically just kind of wiping off my hand, like not even realizing, but it feels slimy from stabbing him.
Yeah.
And then if Rob goes with his father after I see this thing that isn't his mother, I probably my next thing is to go to Moon and to make sure that we're together at least.
Okay.
So that, strength in numbers. And I feel like if we have to, he and I combined know enough little hidey holes in this school that we can hide. And part of me really wants to hide from everything. So that's where I go to. And then up to you, Keeper Chad, how you want to proceed from when I get to you.
No, I like that. I like that. So
if nothing else, we have the fort in the lab.
We do have the fort in the lab. Yep. Yep. There's also the theater. There's a little room in this. So we don't want to go low. We know that, but there's
not the water.
Right. There's a little like maintenance thing for the roof access. So if we're there, we're sort of at the exit that we know about. But but maybe I don't know. So that's one place, or the chemistry fort.
Yeah.
Chemistry. I mean, if we had more rounds.
Yeah. If we had more time, nah.
Yeah, let's go to the forts. I mean, that's
Okay.
that's the sort of sacred safe space that we established it for. I've got a kind of amulet thing that's Lovecraftian. That's it's that I forget what the symbol is on the cover of the Simon Necronomicon. It's got like loops and kind of a check mark looking thing.
Yeah.
You see it's complicated. So I've got, some metal version of that, and I'm just holding it in front of me, essentially my cross, to sort of pave the way for safety. So I think we should lock arms and sort of, suavely stroll as though we were, some Victorian couple toward the toward the chemistry room.
Zacharias and Didi, you guys link arms. You're on your way back to the chemistry fort. It is completely dark in this school right now. Whatever flew ahead that is literally diminishing all light has taken off light. So you're able to either feel your way or you're able to use that lighter that Zacharias has. You're holding out that amulet. And again, perpendicular, coming down one hallway as you guys are running past it, you feel again a presence that is too large, too dark, too dense, and too cold. And Zacharias, just instinctively you hold that symbol up to it and it doesn't slow down at all. You guys narrowly pass each other as you guys go down the hallway, getting into the next quadrant of the building. And whatever this creature is lays eyes on your mother here. Rob, your father has retreated back in the car, and the last thing you see with just a brief glimpse of light is all of her chains go up and stand erect, where it's just forming this weird pattern of outstretched chains. And whatever this creature is that you still can't see, but it has to have a similar anatomy to what the Palmers are, it bursts up a bouquet of tentacles, and the tentacles match the entire pattern that the chains are doing. And at this point, there are squealing tires as your father throws the truck into reverse, spins out, and leaves. That, friends of the Symphony, is where our show ends for this night. Thank you so much for everyone who joined in and is currently watching the replay. You guys are indeed the best part of waking up, and my sincerest apologies for running over. I would have made it if I hadn't messed up my overlays. We are going to pick a winner for the drawing. Michael Diamond!
A whole ass Michael Diamond.
A whole ass Michael Diamond of the Old Ways podcast. Michael Diamond, I already have your address. With your permission, I'll send it to Eric and get you a copy of Survive This, Dark Places and Demogorgons.
He of the Silky Voice tribe.
Yes.
Oh, God, Jesus. And top shelf editing. Before we empty out the auditorium, let's go around one more time and say goodnight to our symphonic cast. Starting with Bucho, give us your name, where to find you, and what you do.
What's up, everybody? I'm Bucho. You can find me on Instagram at The Real Pink Manther. All of my socials are on there, other than my Twitter, which I just kind of deactivated yesterday because that place is an absolute shit show now. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Hopefully, I will have some literary news at the start of the year. Hopefully, I will have some big art news at the start of the year. But that's where you can find all my shit right now. So, yeah.
Mwah. Bucho, thank you. Kicking it over to Keeper Chad.
Hi, I'm Keeper Chad. This has been really fun. I write as Charles Gerard. The most recently published thing, I think, was in the chat somewhere, is with Onyx Path. It's called Masks of the Mythos, and it is anyway, check it out if you're interested. Thanks.
Mwah.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, Tim with that wig, baby. Hit us.
Tim McGonagle, you can find my wig in the
Still waiting to speak to the manager.
The Instagram account of my wig is
but it's Tim McGonagle. You can find me on Instagram at Tim McGonagle. I'm sorry, at McGonagle for life. Pardon me.
There we go.
Number 4, life. This is a blast. So awesome.
Mwah. And close us out, Miss Samantha.
Hello, Samantha Pidde. you can find me if you want any help editing or proofreading or any playtesting or just advice. You want someone to listen to your idea. You can find me on Discord, Fiery Angel. And it's been a really awesome pleasure. I love playing with you guys. Awesome.
Mwah!
Awesome.
Cast, I love you. Thank you for bringing your A game, not only in your role play, but your patience with me and technology and me running a game that I've never run before, and then also with these gorgeous costumes that we have on. As a reminder, guys, if you would like to help us make more content like this, Symphony does have a Patreon. You can back us at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. One last announcement here. I think I've announced it on my other public channels, but I will be heading to PAX Unplugged December 1st to the 3rd. So if you are in if you're in Philly, feel free to connect with me. I will be shopping around a couple VTM LARPs because I want to learn how to run LARPs. And then, of course, I'll be working the Chaosium booth. Bloat Games, publisher of Survive This, will also be at PAX Unplugged. So feel free to check them out while they are there.
We'll be there too, me and Chad.
I was just going to say, I was going to
see
like,
you
I
there.
don't want to out you if you didn't want me to out you, but yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Keeper Chad and Tim will be at PAX too. I will fight you over them, so don't try to get in front of me because I will go nuts over them. I had some other copy here, but I don't understand. Maybe I copied and pasted it from a wrong stream. I don't know. Anyways, we hope you guys have enjoyed. Bucho, this goddamn face. We hope you guys have enjoyed the Symphony, and we look forward to seeing you again. Have a wonderful night. Bucho, I fucking hate you.